arrives all the same. And now it's here. Should I say?
I am.
I am.
And as this room fill up, be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to hit the like button, share this content, let that friend, that neighbor know where to go when it's time. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Appreciate you, and you.
Spartans, prepare for glory.
Come on. Yup. Put a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. And if this is your first time ever being here, be sure to subscribe to the nation. Cowboys final 4 games. We can only hope for now. It's updated. 8% chance. The playoffs. 5, 4, 3, 2, and one. Hear ye. Michael, do me a huge favor. Can y'all all tell Michael to do this? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lean for it. Ooh! Slapped him to the shadow realm. Damn. It's a damn shame what I did to Michael.
Are you not entertained?
Woo!
Are you not entertained?
Did y'all see what I did to him? Don't mess with the law. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about an 8% party, baby? Yes, indeed, man. 8%, man. It done updated. We got some help from the Saints, but, you know, the Seattle Sea Chickens, they did their thing. And I did Michael bad. He said, this music is whack. Bam! He got slapped right in his mouth, teeth flying everywhere. Now Michael, whenever y'all see him, he got piano mouth over there.
Jesus, this is your humble servant, Lord.
Yes, indeed, man. Oh, my goodness, man. It's crazy, man. I appreciate everybody. I know it deflated us. This Detroit Lions game, man, it took me up out of there, man. And just say, take me through there, all right? It took me out of there, if you can make a song out of it, you know. Brandy, I had to get somebody, man. Michael was just like, hey, he was just voicing his opinion. And then he said the wrong words, and then we got him, you know. He's... Yes, indeed. Appreciate y'all. I know the intro is it's freestyle, right? It's freestyle. It's not, you know, one of those big production things where you hit a button and all of this stuff goes together as far as highlights and videos and stuff like that. It's just a still photo in my intro music, to a point that now whenever somebody hear this music on other outlets and stuff, they hit me up in the inbox saying, Law, this company is using your intro, so now it's mine. It's my intro now. Yeah, that's my song now. It's mine. So appreciate everybody, man. We have a problem with Detroit in Carolina. Yeah, we do. Detroit got to win out too, by the way. So it's one of those things whereas I contextualize what will it take in order for us to get in. And we went and hit up AI Tisha, telling her to look into this and what is needed in order for us to get there. We need a Chicago win too. Yeah. It's one of those things, man. I would rather be talking about the 45 or the 50% chance of making it to the postseason juxtaposed to this right here. And it is for what it is. I'm always going to be looking at this aspect of it, of how can we figure out a way to steal one, right? We got to steal now, We absolutely got to steal some stuff. We got to hope that somebody else feel the same and they are saying to themselves, okay, we going to get things moving and grooving. We going to help out the Cowboys. We got to want the NFL to intercede and to do something too, by the way. And for me, this should be a life lesson for Coach Schottenheimer, right? To be prepared, be on P's and Q's. But when we look at everything and we start to say to ourselves, man, let me see if I can pull this up, by the way. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull this up. Bear with me, Cowboy Nation. When we start saying to ourselves what is ultimately needed, and this Dak Prescott thoughts after the game or what have you on what is needed.
I don't think this is any deflated moment like, oh, hands are up.
No, it's
done,
deflated.
You know what I mean? Like, no, like, absolutely not. I think you're going to get a team that's pissed, especially as we talked about, right? A team that's kind of changed since the bye week. This is the first time this group, to an extent, suffered this. So I hope it pisses people off the right way. We use it as fuel, and I know starting with myself, we'll make sure we have a great week of prep for next week. I think guys are pissed.
My thing is, and I like the mindset that they got to get pissed, but somebody should have told them. You got to get pissed before this game. You know what I'm saying? And the Vikings, I just seen what they were able to do to the Washington team, right? We got to be on our P's and Q's, because if anybody thinking that you're going to have a day like where you sipping on some nice juice with that little umbrella in it, no. This is going to be a game that you're going to have to bring everything to the table. The only weak spot on the Vikings, in my opinion, is the quarterback. But here's the thing. Regardless of what we have far as rest and liberty and pursuit of happiness and all of this good stuff, if you allow J.J. McCarthy to sit back and pat the ball to go through his progressions, and he will pick you apart. Even J.J. McCarthy, he can do that. Because that's what we allowed with Jared Goff. We allowed him to drop back, go through his progressions without redirect. And I know we don't want to talk about this for days and days to come. But in order for us to change up some of these things, we got to change up the defensive philosophy, even though we do have upfront situation. Our linebackers are poor. Our secondary got to feed off of the linebackers, right, in this particular scheme. And if your front can't get home, if you can't get someone on a consistent level to win their one-on-ones, regardless of whether or not people are double-teaming the guys in the interior, it is going to be crazy. And Perry Locke says McCarthy is terrible, Law. So was Russell Wilson. So was, you get what I'm saying? So were a few other players that we absolutely got a chance to play. And even if you look at Goff, he's terrible when you blitz him and when you put man-to-man on the outside. Of course, they got away with a few plays. I get all of that. But if you allow these guys to have free releases of the name of Jay Jetta, then it's going to be a long night for us, or a long day. Terry not scary. Damn, Ertz. Somebody got to tell my guy Louis T that maybe they don't have one of them ones, because skinny leg quarterbacks, just not those type of things. And didn't they take, and I didn't get a chance to watch all of the Washington tape, but I just want to watch a few of it. I didn't see when they took him out or what have you. What happened? What happened to Jaden Daniels? Y'all let me know in the chat. Y'all let me know in the chat. Please let me know. But overall, Cowboy Nation, we got to figure out ways to take care of this for what we can see. Murray needs to be benched. I've been on a Murray off the field crusade, and I hope that mentally this doesn't change the kid's mindset to do any harm to himself. But at this point, I made it such, whereas I didn't say a single word. I just repost what other people said about Murray, because the reality of it is that he's been the ultimate Achilles heel on this team, especially in the middle of the field at defense. I would prefer the Cowboys to go ahead and put Mears live foul in. There's no rhyme or reasons of why you continue to have Murray on this game or in this field and playing this game that we know. Yeah. Oh, so I think he had hurt his elbow or something. Got hurt again, Law. Okay. Yeah. He may be the second coming of Carson Wentz type, just in a different jersey. I'm not trying to poke fun at the kid for being injury prone. Y'all know that's not how I rock, but I got to tell y'all that maybe, just maybe, football may not be a thing for him for the foreseeable future if he keep having these nicks and knacks, And football is a brutal sport. It's not a sport where you can just say, okay, we want to lay you down on some pillows and stuff like that. Hit that like button. Continue to share this content, ladies and gentlemen. But let's just, and I know it's pain to watch tape and clips after we done lost and we only have 8% chance. But I look at it just like pruning. When you get that tree, you got to prune some stuff. You got to cut some of that stuff off in order to save the tree, right? Or ladies that's watching right now, it's like cutting that long hair that you got because you got split ends. And you can cry about it, but it's necessary. Sometimes you got to cut things in order for it to grow. And I'm looking at this guy, he's stealing. He's stealing money.
Worst defensive plays of the week. Honorable mention is going to go to Kenneth Murray on the third or fourth play of the game here. He's going to see the screen. He's going to run out, and then he's just going to get ran backwards. I think he ran probably 10 yards backwards and gets pushed out of bounds. At number 5, we have the one and only Kenneth Murray. He's going to not read that it's a jet sweep. The ball's there. Kenneth Murray, I don't know what he thinks is happening, but it took him exceptionally long to realize that Jameson Williams had the ball. Great job there. Number 4, it's going to be Kenneth Murray Jr. again. He's just going to have no idea what gap he's supposed to be reading here. He's going to stand. He gets flat-footed and is kind of just...
Y'all get what I'm going with this particular video, and this is not me talking about this. I'm just letting others talk about it.
Looking here, and then decides to go the complete wrong way, takes himself out of the play, and this lets up a long rushing touchdown. Number 3, it's going to be Kenneth Murray Jr. again. He's going to do a great job reacting to the screen here, calls it out pretty quick, and then is afraid of contact when he gets up here, gets bounced back, gets bounced again. He's bad. At number 2, I'm going to have Deron Bland right here. He's just going to get absolutely fried. This is the one where he got juked bad, right?
Yeah.
He got put on the sideline and had to do a push-up mid-play. That is a $90 million corner, by the way. And then number 1, it's obviously going to be Kenneth Murray Jr. This was an obvious number 1. This play was just amazing. I get it. Jahmyr Gibbs isn't easy to tackle in open space, but you do this, you get juked out that bad, it looks like that was staged. Like, that looks like something you would see on All-American.
Man, I'm not trying to beat him up, but, at some point, somebody got to put answers on the test to let these guys know that these are not the answers. You know what I'm saying? That these are not guys that can help us out down the stretch. I get it. He may be good downhill, one directional, but when it's time for him to pay dirt, and the Cowboys need to realize, because just recently, Jules says, talk that hat talk, Law. Yes, indeed. Yo, I got to at some point. And let me just say this, though. AI, just read what I said on this particular video so people can understand. AI Tisha, go ahead with it, when you can, whenever you can, lady.
Cowboys' lack of accountability with certain players is exactly what put them in these situations. You can't find a single piece of tape, not from training camp, preseason, or the regular season, that justifies why Kenneth Murray Jr. should have been a starting linebacker on this team. This is not an attack on him personally,
Right.
but his play has been the same all season long. Kenneth Murray has consistently graded near the bottom of the league in coverage, missed tackles at a high rate, and struggled with run fits, the exact issues he dealt with during his time with the Chargers.
Or the Titans. Before we go into any more directions down there, I'm prefacing my statement. This is not a personal attack towards Kenneth Murray. Let me say this again. This is not a personal attack. We hope all is well. So if y'all know him personally, tell him, hey, man, law is not coming at you personally. Because at the end of the day, everybody that's lacing up that silver and blue and the star on the side of their helmet, I was with this team before they was even thought of, before they was even born. Matter of fact, I go all the way back. I was with this team before Jerry Jones bought the team. And I'm not saying that this should give me right to critique this particular team, but what I'm trying to get at is that I love this team more than them, and that's just for what it is. I'm trying to win now. We got 4 more games with 8% chance, and if this message can get to somebody with ears and eyes to see, then they need to evaluate this properly, because I'm tired of my guy Schottenheimer putting milk in his bull, saying that this dude is playing pretty good, to the point that I even allowed my people in the chat, because my guy Okoye, for some strange reason, he tried to get in the chat. He's my boy. That's my guy. I don't think nothing wrong with him. I'm not putting any aspersions on him. I like my guy Okoye. And what Okoye says, this ain't it, law, but don't know what he's talking about. He was talking about X, Y, and Z's, and my guy Okoye decided to pick the side that Kenneth Murray, he playing bad, but he ain't playing that bad type of conversation. And I love my guy Okoye. He's my brother from another mother, no other. Don't look like Danny Glover, but keep it cool with us, man. Fam, don't lie. And I'm just sitting here saying, you know what? My best response for my guy Okoye is to not to respond in this particular thread, because I definitely don't want people to continue to hit arrows at him. But this video did over 250,000 views, baby, because people are hurting. People are looking for answers. People are looking for solutions. People are literally saying to themselves that this defense is by far the worst defense ever assembled, and I get it. We got Quinnen Williams. We got my guy Clark. Maybe he will be here next season. I don't know. We got Osa. We still waiting on Perrion Winfrey to come back. But this is for what it said. You know what I'm saying? Murray looked like trash in coverage. Let's go Bears. I see y'all. Let's go Bears. Law is CeeDee is okay. Angie, according to notes and information, he is okay walking around. He should be able to clear concussion protocol. According to information, he should be able to clear it. But one thing about concussions, they can linger and they can last for a long time and these sorts of things. So they'll be monitoring him and hoping that everything is okay. JV boy, look, man, y'all all subscribe to him. It's just a point of an opinion, right? But the actuality is that everyone has a reason, but results are what matter. And the results are what we're getting from my guy Kenneth Murray, and we hope all is well. So I want y'all to know I'm not saying that Kenneth Murray is a waste of space. I value him as a human being. Y'all see how difficult this is? Because the last thing that I want to happen is for me to articulate myself to a point whereas I'm dissecting something, and this young kid, because he's still young, he's in his 20s, he's a very young kid, hear what I'm saying, and he don't do something to himself. So I don't want that to happen. Not to say that he will, but man, this is crazy on how people are able to point out the things that he been doing from a connotation that he is not real good at playing linebacker. That's all I've said, and that's all I'm trying to get at. All right, so here's the thing is my argument with Sanborn. Sanborn is by far the best linebacker we got on this team. He's the best linebacker we got on this team. The problem is he have a slow Pentium processing system. He will see a play and say, this is where I need to go, and it'll take him 10 years to get there. That's the problem with Sanborn, and that's the gripe that I had with him. Now, Logan Wilson, of course, these games were just thrown at him. He haven't played at anybody's Cowboys training camp. He wasn't on this team, so 3 games or 4 games in 17 days, that was too much for him. So that's why he had a small amount of reps. But you got Mears Learfowl here. You got, to a degree, you got the other kids, Shamar James, and you got Overshawn back. I'm just telling y'all, from what I can see from my mindset, is that these type of things, I would rather, if the players are close or near, I would rather go with the youth. I would rather for us to go with the youth. We drafted Mears Learfowl for a reason. Stop looking at the money, Cowboys. We drafted Mears Learfowl for a reason. Go ahead and just put him out there. He can't be as bad as what we see from Murray. For an example, this kid went all the way back for the last 7 games, and we're going to keep things going. Let me know if y'all okay. Y'all okay? I know participation is low. This is an off day for most, but hit that like button, share this content. Hit this like button, share this content if you guys like what you guys are seeing and hearing. And also, there's a shared icon. Share this button if possible. Share this content if possible. Let's talk about this one right here.
My worst defensive plays from each week of the season so far. So week 1, it's going to be Kenneth Murray on this little screen. He's going to be super slow to diagnose and then gets absolutely leveled by Jahan Dotson.
Did y'all see how Dotson put him in the blender?
Not nearly as big as Kenneth Murray is. Starting linebacker, by the way.
He's 190
Next one,
pounds.
Surprise, surprise, is going to be Kenneth Murray again. They're going to be in a Tampa 2 coverage here. He's supposed to carry. If either of these guys go vertical up the middle, he's supposed to carry it up. He proceeds to stare down Daniel Bellinger here and watches Wanda Robinson and then realizes, oh, that's my guy, and he's going to run, and he lets up a 50-yard catch.
Whew.
So this next one, it's going to be Kenneth Murray again. He's going to be coming on an A-gap blitz here, and he's going to get stonewalled by all 5'9" of DeAndre Swift. Just stonewalled and dominated. And it's
how you get stonewalled by DeAndre Swift?
And we're going to go an honorable mention for week 3 of him climbing up, having the worst possible screen recognition I've ever seen, then chases him down and proceeds to just let him go by and watches him get more yards.
Now, I don't want to go any further into this, but hey, y'all, did y'all see that? Are we seeing the same things? You know, you let Dotson do you like that? Come on, crazy. And we need a Roy Williams, man. Look, man, we need a lot of stuff, man, in order for this to be able to be a situation.
For week 4, it's going to go to Kenneth Murray Jr. He sees his guard stand up in base block, so he decides to, instead of actually looking to find a gap here, runs straight down the midline of the guard and gets taken out of.
As a linebacker, you don't run to engage, right, into a guy that's already 150 pounds more than you or more than 180 pounds than you. What you got to do is keep your pad levels low, keep clean, and beat your feet to the area that you need to get to. Slow feet don't eat. Only time you engaging is unless you try to knock him up out the way. But the other guy's on the play side. Like, come on, man. These are things that you learn in middle school and high school. To the play side. Why are you going to engage to somebody on the opposite side? It's crazy to me.
Of the play, and it leads to a 20-yard rush. Week 5, it's Kenneth Murray again. He's going to run into Jadeveon Clowney, get blocked, get up, have a chance at a tackle, and give a middle school tackling effort on Breece Hall.
Now that play itself wasn't that bad, but hold on, wait, the wrong
So they
one.
want to go over my worst offensive.
But that play wasn't as bad as advertised. But you want a player to be downhill to a degree. I've seen Sonny Styles tape. I was looking at his tape today, and I was seeing how he hits, fill gaps, fill holes, clog passing lanes. I don't know if we're going to get that type of kid because he's 6'5", 245, big, tall, lanky, but he can cover passing lanes, and he's willing to put his nose down inside. You got to understand that a linebacker's mentality, especially at that mic, you are the quarterback. You are the quarterback of the defense. Let me tell y'all, you are the quarterback of this defense.
Plays.
Let me just, because I done skipped off of it. I don't want to go back over it, but appreciate y'all so much for your love and adulations of it. But the Cowboys, let's listen to this.
Those problems didn't magically disappear. They showed up every week in Dallas. The Cowboys wasted everyone's time this season by being stubborn with this position. They would have been better off developing someone else and letting them grow into the role because number 59, Kenneth Murray, has been a liability all year long with poor angles, slow reaction, and one of the highest missed tackle totals among linebackers. Accountability matters, and the lack of it at this spot cost them.
It did. It cost them. Let me beat him up one more time, man. Let me beat him up. Can I beat him up one more time? Yeah.
I mean, damn, just because you pay a dude don't mean you got to play him. Kenneth Murray sucked in this game. All right? We're playing man coverage.
This is Carolina game. Carolina game.
Bruh? You got the running back. And the reason this is so bad, Kenneth Murray is the play call guy. He's the guy with the thing in his helmet and the communicate guy. But he doesn't even know the I mean. So, Cowboy fans, y'all mean to tell me we have NFL veterans that don't know how to play basic zone? I mean, and also, why can't the linebacker hit this guy? Why? You don't know if it's a run or a pass right now. Why not put hands on him?
Yeah, that's free releases, man. I talked to a person that's very close to the star, and they are in actual meetings with the defense. And that person lamented the fact that it's weird. And I said, what is weird? That Matt Eberflus or Matthew, when it's time, everybody got their way of preparing certain things and getting prepped. And I think I said this before, and I'm going to echo this again. They don't break up into individual groupings. They like to have everything under one umbrella, right? And the problem is with that is that things can get convoluted. There are some times that it is necessary. It is necessary for your DB coach to pull you to the side, break your tape down, and say, this is what I'm looking for you to do. Now, sometimes trust come into a mix. Maybe Matthew don't trust the other coaches in the building. Maybe that's a situation that he don't want leakage of information for trying to install his plan, and then someone else say, you know what, that's what coach is saying, but bump all of that. This is what I want you to do. I don't know. Maybe that's just a way that he likes to coach, right? But I'm saying that you learn more in that classroom and going over tape than when you put it out there on the field. And it's up to the individual coaches to get you going. And it's not by an element of surprise that this defense from week to week is only improving when we get the talent and not improving when you're supposed to be able to excel or be able to look at someone for where they are at the start of the season to raise them to where you need them to be. I haven't seen that. I'm seeing the same mistakes over and over again. I need to have some type of teaching going on, right? Yeah, Angie, that's what I'm saying. Now, we can put allegedly on that so I can make sure that my source won't get ratted out, but let's do that. Allegedly, this is what Matt Eberflus is doing or Matthew is doing. Allegedly, this is what he is saying. And allegedly, this is why that there are some things that maybe, just maybe, could be causing these type of issues. You got to allow your staff to staff. You got to allow your coaches to coach. Yes, indeed. Mears, James, better than Murray. Yeah, Chicago. I feel you, fam. Yes, Sean Harris. That's what we're hoping, that the ultimate collapse need to happen. That's what need to happen all the way, Cowboy Nation. All right, I'm gonna quit beating up on Murray. I got more and more clips on that, but I don't want to peel off the scab that much and punch at it, right? So the name of the game is, we probably be a better team if you just get rid of 5'9". And waiting, I know we got 4 more games, and I would eat a trough of crows over here if when we go play against the Vikings and 59 give me 3 plays. If 59 can give me 3 plays against the Vikings, I would eat some crow. You'll think that is the 28 years later. That's one hell of a scary movie, right? So I would do a scary movie called 30 Years Later. I know 30 Days, y'all remember that that movie 28 Days Later? They got a movie out 28 years later. That's how crazily, it is. Law, allegedly, it shows you was right. Yeah. Crow tacos, LVE better than Sanborn and Murray combined. I agree. LVE with no neck is better than jeez. Hold on. This is what I want to say with LVE. We know why he didn't really hit the way he's supposed to been hitting. We know that reason why. I mean, the dude had his neck broken to pieces, right? Barely holding on. Right? And then he had the back and all of that stuff, your neck and your back. He ain't even close to 30. And those things can happen to you. You get what I'm saying? Well, he may be close to 30. But what's Kenneth Murray reason? Like, did he hurt his neck? Did he hurt his back? Did he hurt his pinky? Did he hurt his knees? Did he hurt his quads? What happened? What's going on with him? Shoot, there's $7 million he been paid. I feel you on that, But let's listen to my guy, Ryan Flanor.
Next week, coming out fast, physical, and just we're attacking. So I'm excited for next week.
Was this outcome a situation where the Lions were the better team, or did you guys just beat yourself?
I mean, they did a lot of things well. We did a lot of things well. We gave up 3 turnovers. Statistically wise, you're not going to win a game like that. So we're just going to go in the film room, just clean up stuff, and just, attack. We got to keep going. We still got hope.
Were they affecting you guys in the passing game?
We knew they were going to go man. We got the best receivers in the league to me. So when we went man, just knew we had to win. And just went on one-on-ones. I always knew I would be an NFL wide receiver. It was just showing the world, just really giving all glory to God. I play for Jesus. I play for one audience, honestly, and when I go out there, I just write Jesus, just know I'm covered by him. And when I go out there, he allowed me to play confident.
Yes, indeed. Come on with it, Flo.
To stay together, it's still a lot of football left.
4 more games. I love his optimism.
We're a great team. We just got to win we just got to beat good teams at their house, and, we still sticking together. We're still together as one. We still got a lot to fight for.
I love the kid's mindset, and what he's playing for. Got a chance to talk to his pops, and this is what he's been saying on record, is that his kid is so humble, right? And he's not that diva type of wide receiver. Like, I'm saying that all wide receivers are diva, but his mindset is more of like, when I'm on the field, it's physicality, it's all football. I'm trying to destroy my opposition. When I'm blocking, I'm engaging. I'm trying to knock the person out. I'm trying to take their soul. You know what I'm saying? So that's his mindset. That's his mindset. And he had 2 unbelievable games. I just surely hate that the way this game ended, that, maybe he can have that play back. But outside of that, man, that last play at the end, but outside of that, phenomenal person, man, a good human being. And he fight and play through the echoes of the whistle. Not to say all of those praises to battle that with Murray. I'm not saying that Murray is not a good human being. Y'all get what I'm saying? So y'all see all of the cover I got to do in order to make sure that everybody is okay, But what I'm saying is that basically with him, he is a real good, humble guy. And Tolbert might be gone is from Garnett. With my natural eyes, I'm just going to say this again. In camp, the receivers that stood out to me, CeeDee, Pickens, Flanoy, Trayshawn Holden, Mingo. Tolbert wasn't on that list. If the Cowboys had Sky Mirror and looking right into it, and they were real with themselves, they would have said, you know what? Week 1, we're going to line them up with Dak throwing the ball to Lamb, Pickens, and Flanoy. Or when I was saying Flamingo, if Mingo didn't get hurt, it would have been Mingo. Now, I'm going to say this too, in camp, and I'm not trying to destroy what we preserved here with Jake Ferguson, because Jake Ferguson should be giving whatever money that he got from that $54 or $50 million contract, a piece of it to Pickens. Here's the reason why. Jake had a terrible game. Nobody's talking about it. Not a single soul on the 3-ladder, the 4-ladder network is bringing up, hey, man, that dude, Jake Ferguson, he really cost the Cowboy a lot of stuff. Not one person. If y'all can, find that person to me. Because he is the reason why we were in the predicament that we were in. And I'm not beating up Jake Ferguson. I hope all is well, 988, if things are not going straight. Dial that number. But what I'm saying is basically, with Jake Ferguson, I'm going to say what I'm going to say again. And there's no shade at Jake Ferguson. But if I had a team, and if you had a team, and if it was me to have my tight ends versus your tight ends, I'm winning with Brevin Spanford and a Fairweather. If I can't get Fairweather, give me Princeton Fant. Y'all can keep Jake Ferguson. Y'all can keep Sanborn. I mean, not Sanborn, but the Schoonmaker. Yeah, y'all can keep them too. Yeah, I'm winning in anything that I'm doing. I'm winning with my tight ends versus your tight ends. You can book them. But the Cowboys love to play the long game of the political way, and they're going to continue to try to force their way to say that Jake Ferguson, Jake, you going to do this to me? Jake, they're going to continue to do those things. And that's just the price of doing business here. Unfortunately, I'm just saying. Jake give you a little splashes here and there, but he is a tight end too that's trying to be in a tight end one frame or mine. The Cowboys need to fix that. And I know that there's a lot of Jake Ferguson fans out there. He's a real good kid. But he ain't, you know, he don't hurdle no more. Yeah. That time, that athleticism that he used to have, he done used all of them up, man. He done used up all, you know, it had a turbo button, and then you dissipate a little bit, and the turbo button no longer there. That's who Jake is. And I'm not beating up Jake. I'm trying my best not to beat up Jake. But if we can just be real with ourselves, bro, you know, hey, we just being real with ourselves. Brevin Spann-Ford need to get more opportunity, bro, you know. Jeez. Hey, I'm just saying, Jake from State Fumble for Jake from State Fumble. Now, watch. Next week versus the Vikings, if Jake get out there and score about 2-3 touchdowns, if we call him TD Jakes again, because Dak Prescott is forcing him the ball. But if Jake get out there and start doing some crazy things, I'll eat some crow on there. I'll be like, man, you know what, Jake? I've been on you for the last 2-3 days, the last 2-3 games, basically. But, man, you won, man. You got me. You got me on that one, Jake. You got me. But I don't, you know, I'm just saying. Let me go to the next person, man. I think that there's no room for debate on this. Zero. Zilch. No room for debate on this. Somebody said call up Blake Jarwin. Blake Jarwin. If Blake Jarwin could block just a little bit better, he's better than Jake Ferguson. And if he could have stayed healthy. Did I say that out loud? See, the Cowboys make who they want to make. They make who they want to make. If you know, for example, who's the other guy that was here? He had some crazy stuff to happen to him. He went over to the Chiefs land. What was his name? I think it was Peyton something. Y'all gonna put his name in the chat. It's like a shot or something, like a Hendershot. Peyton Hendershot, right? That was his name. If the Cowboys wanted him to elevate him, that could have made him. That could have made that guy. I think that could have made him. He could have been a $50 million tight end. It's just who they wanted to make. And I get it. People are going to say, nah, Lord, man, you reaching now, man. Peyton Hendershot ain't that good. I'm telling you, it ain't that much of a difference between the two far as the skill set. And I get it. I understand. If we can look back at this 10 years from now and make some jokes off of it. But Peyton Hendershot, if he had a real shot, he would have been $50 million richer, you know. It's just injuries and a whole bunch of other stuff that happens, you know. And that's life, you know. Bears are losing, I know, Big Mo. But let's listen to this part. And I'm not beating up Jake Ferguson, right? I've just got to put that cover over it, you know. Y'all got to tag the brother. This will not get spread all over the media. But this is well calculated, well thought out, and very on par.
You probably haven't seen it yet, but Richard Sherman said in postgame that players like you, quote, can't disappear in big games like this. Is that a fair standard to set for you, or what do you think about those comments?
Definitely for myself personally. Like you said, definitely for myself personally, just can't disappear. But schematically, as like, you know, a reporter, like whatever his job holds, and he played ball, he got to kind of understand the type of defense they're playing as well.
Do you think that maybe Flournoy's kind of performance or how CeeDee was doing maybe attests to that kind of idea?
Definitely. Another thing, the stats kind of showed as well. Like I said, you double one guy, two guys went over 100, which is also not talked about enough, but two guys went over 100. Like I said, overall game as far as the camaraderie of the game, it just didn't go our way.
How physical was this last one?
Super physical. Every game in the NFL is super physical. But the style of, like I said earlier, the style that they play with, honed in from their head coach, that was also a former NFL player. They play a little more aggressive.
How valid?
Man, before we talk about Javonte Williams, man, You would think that kid went to Harvard, Princeton, or something like that. Now, opposed to the tweet that he tweeted or the Instagram story that people shared about Richard Sherman and him going at it. Come on, man. Come on with it, man. Shoot. The 24, me, if I was 24 years of age and played in the National Football League, I would have been saying more negative things about Richard Sherman. He's more mature than most of us at 24. Can you imagine being 24? And there are some people saying, nah, law, stop protecting Pickens and these sorts of things. But if somebody's going to be on the far, far right side of burning this thing down, because just 2 weeks ago, and let me get in front of this. I'm not saying 105.3 The Fan was crass for saying this, but about 2 weeks ago, less than 2 weeks ago, they was talking about Lamb fake leadership, right? And then a third of the Cowboy Nation was saying, we don't need CeeDee Lamb. We good with him, with just Pickens. So what I'm trying to tell y'all is that don't be prisoners of the moment. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. We need both of these guys. And they need somebody to advocate for that. And it's not like we seeing Pickens playing like Murray. You get what I'm saying? So at some point, and if he was playing like Murray all year, I'll be having my foot sideways up as you know what. You know what I'm saying? But at this point, he's been playing lights out. Even a pimp can drop a dime. Come on with it. In time, you just got to pick it back up. And he's going to pick it back up. Yes, indeed. But this was a deal with Javonte Williams. If we can see a sample size of what the Detroit Lions were able to do to us running the ball, it wasn't spectacular, but the moments counted the best because they knew how to give the 1-2 combinations of punches. In my mind, Javonte Williams and Montgomery are in the same lane of things. Now, Javonte Williams is a whole lot better than Montgomery, but Montgomery, was a dude that he drug 34. He was able to run through 59 for your mind. He was doing all of those things, matched up and paired up with a Gibbs. The Cowboys, we need us a Gibbs. We need somebody else, and I'm not dismissing my guy Malik Davis, but what I'm saying is the Cowboys had every opportunity to get that if they just listened to us content creators, right, that know a little bit of something. We were saying before the trade deadline, let's make sure that we can get a guy that can come in here to have that 1-2 punch. I would love, LOVE, for my homie Javonte Williams to be a split back, to be the closing back. To after we get all of those damages done, then you can just put him in there and then he'll close it out like Montgomery did us almost, the pimp hand. Appreciate you. My guy says ice cold. Said Gibbs went to the buffet and cleaned it out. Yeah. Gibbs is going to be the reason why they put up there. Have you ever went to these, they had this place called Ichabod's or Ishabon in Jackson, Mississippi. It was a hibachi / all-you-can-eat buffet. It got a whole bunch of stuff in there. And every season they had to put up in there all you can eat buffet, but a minimum with them crab legs. You get what I'm saying? It's like you can only get up 3 or 4 times with the crab legs. Now, don't take them all, and you can only put what's on the plate that can be accurately because it's an all you can eat buffet. It's good food, but you got to put limits on it. And Gibbs had no limits. He kept getting them crab legs, didn't he? Shoot. All right, so let's go with this Javonte Williams part of it. And appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for jumping in. Thank y'all. Hold on, got a super chat. All right. Swayze, 8455. States, And I appreciate you, man, for your donation to help elevate the nation. He said, we lost because of coaching. I agree to that part, and we can go down that lane. We were out physical by the Lions in a playoff atmosphere. This is the same story because of Jerry's philosophy in picking head coaches. All right, and I like what you're saying, bro. That is cough syrup. It may not taste good for you guys, but it's going to help you out, help you heal yourself. If you look back at the playoff games that we do lose, it's lack of preparation. And I get it, 4 games in 17 days, that's a tall task for anyone. But we move that to the side. You knew what was at stake, right? And results is what we're looking for. You can't, you know your schedule. It's not like your schedule is all of a sudden, bam, here you go, right? You knew this 4 or 5 months ago, who you going to play and all of this stuff, and how you going to critique and basically how you going to target and all of these things. So these people getting millions of dollars, by the way. But the human element is a real thing. But if you look back at playoff games that we did manage to lose, and it's a lot of them, it all starts off by us starting off slow. It's hard for us to win that way. And the problems are in a postseason game or a postseason atmosphere, the things that you lack in, the things that you have trouble with, they are always multiplied by multiples. If you are a heavy penalized team, when you get to the postseason, they're going to show up. If you're a team that lack executions in the red zone, in the playoff, they show up. If you're a team that's not allowed to get pressure in a playoff atmosphere, it shows up. Yeah. So you got to figure out a way, ladies and gentlemen, to overcome your mishaps. And coaches supposed to be able to eradicate that, unfortunately. All right. McDonald's let me down. Those Stadium Mac Burgers, appreciate you. Ice Cold Cowboy, appreciate you.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good milestone. Like I said, after all the hard work I put in and things like that, to finally reach it, it's a blessing. But I mean, I know I still got work to do. We still got a lot of games left, a lot of football left, I say. So we just got to keep our head down and keep going. I feel like at home we play well, but it's just something about us on the road. We got to figure it out.
Was there anything that the Lions were showing you guys on defense? I know you got to go and watch the film, but just in real time, was there anything that you saw that kind of gave you guys some trouble offensively? Or was it just you guys beating yourself?
Yeah, just execution, just like little mistakes, probably miss IDs, just things like that run through. Not pointing fingers at nobody or anything, but you just know how it's a loud atmosphere. Things get confused and stuff like that. So we just got to communicate better, execute better, and we'll be all right.
You guys had a lot of games in a short period of time. You did come out 3-1 through a gauntlet stretch. How important is this for anybody as far as recovering and resetting?
Yeah, we finally get a normal schedule again, so we just got to take advantage of it, use these days to our benefits, and get ready for the next game.
No doubt. He said he finally got a normal schedule to deal with. We do. But we got 4 weeks, 4 games, and we need help from all of these teams in the NFC to either win or lose or what have you.
You just got within 3 there. You have them the third down, and then it seemed like things just got away from you.
I mean, yeah. They're a good football team. I think our defense made stops early on, and, eventually offense is going to score. Like, obviously, when you get within 3, it's a dream for you to get that stop. But, they have a dynamic rusher. They have dynamic receivers. They have a skilled O-line. So when we have our opportunities to score and we have our opportunities to stay ahead of the sticks, we have to do that if we want to win these football games on the road.
What's the message moving forward? How do you move?
I think win. What's important now? I mean, obviously, this one got away from us. We can't do anything about that. We're not going to get this game back, but we got a couple of days to get our bodies back. Ultimately, we have to look forward to the next opponent and do everything in our power, spiritually, mentally, and physically, to get ourselves right for that.
We've seen some of the flashes from you at camp. Tonight, 9 receptions, 115 yards, and then that 42-yard touchdown pass in the fourth quarter. Why did you find yourself so efficient?
Really just want to shout out God because, the opportunity came.
That's all we needed to hear. Shout out to G.O.D. Yeah, he my number one fan. I love that about Ryan Flanoy, man. He keep everything centered, right? he didn't say nothing else. Before I go further, let me give a shout out to G.O.D., man. G.O.D., you with me. Everything else can work its way out. I do like that aspect of his mindset, baby. And that's just for what it is, and it's necessary. Cowboys, George Teague sent me a message earlier this week, and I want to share what he had about this offensive line. And I have my mind set to really go over this and to spring forth a new ideal in these 4 games, and y'all can say yay or nay.
Both tackles. 71 on the left, whooped. Is Nate Steele on the right, whooped. Ain't a whole lot that can do. Just saying.
I know it's tiny. Got to squint your eyes to see.
Give him free releases.
Let's get right to it. The tackles for this team is very baffling to me because here's the thing. You got your quarterback that's getting paid $250 million. And by you having the lack of security on your tackles, whether it be Terrence Steele to a degree, and Nate Thomas, I get it. He played good at Costco sample sizes, but now that team got tape on him, they are able to utilize the things that he's been hurting at, and that is speed. And that is something. His kick slide was just terrible in this particular situation. Didn't get a hand on him at all. And the Cowboys, as far as their front, is pretty cool. I'm talking about the interior front from Tyler Smith, Cooper Beebe, Tyler Booker. Those 3 right there, solid. I think that we need to reinvest on the tackle side, whether it is Terrence Steele or Nate Thomas or to a degree even Tyler Guyton whenever he comes back into the scene. Here's another thing that I want to lament to, by the way. I think that the Cowboys do have an answer for it, but they refuse to do it because of the stubbornness of the Cowboys, and that will be just slide Tyler Smith to the left tackle side. That's what I wanted to lament there. And so we on the same page. I don't know if someone deleted this, mods, but we don't supposed to delete an opinion. Somebody says that's right, I would let Pickens go and just let Flo be number 2. That's not something that you guys supposed to block. So whoever deleted that person's comment, that's not a blockable offense. That's not a timeoutable offense. That's just an opinion. Now, if he said something like, "That's right, I would let effing Pickens go and let's go with Ryan Flanoy," then I can argue with that. But hey, man, I get it. We frustrated, but mods, please don't block a man for saying that. You get what I'm saying? It's like that's not a personal attack. That's not him being disrespectful. So, look, just be mindful that it's a situation that he can allow to voice his opinion. You get what I'm saying? Look, let's not block people. Now, and if I block somebody for saying something like that, now I can do that. I'm law. But come on, man. Y'all don't do that to that person. I don't know who he is, but look, let's not block people for that. Now, don't block me for saying this too, by the way. I think that Tyler Smith should be the left tackle because you got your quarterback that's getting paid $250 million. I'm not watching his money, but what I'm saying is if that's your number one asset, you got to protect that. And by having Nate Thomas or by having there to a degree Tyler Guyton when he gets back and Terrence Steele getting chopped up like a Ginzu knife or a blade, we got to protect at least one side. And it is easier to find a guard that you can split in between BB and Tyler Smith versus having Tyler Smith, BB, and Tyler Booker. They all three of them guys doing a great job, but spread the wealth out, you know? Yeah. So it just for what it is. If it is a situation and if it is a scenario that the Cowboys should, that's the operative word, protect their number one asset, it should be down that particular avenue, not any other way. And it is for what it is. I hope that the Cowboys can find a tackle that can be sufficient. But right now, in my opinion, I could be 1,000,000% wrong, I just don't think that Terrence Steele is going to be playing games on a higher clip upon which for what we paid him for, right? And I think that Tyler Guyton, even though, you know, he playing better this season, do you think naturally he would have been better just at right tackle? I could be wrong. Maybe one of you guys can change my mind on that. But it is for what it is. It is for what it is with that.
Sleeper is the #1 fantasy sports app. It pays to know sports. Pick more or less on top players. Your first pick is on us, so start winning now. Play in Texas, Georgia, Minnesota, and 27 more states. Pick anytime across all sports, pregame or live. Over 10 million players are already on Sleeper. Make your picks count. Score up to 1,000 times your cash. Join today. Get up to $100 credit using code LAW. Call your shot on Sleeper. Download now.
No doubt, download Sleeper and 100% of your $100 will be matched up to 100% of that. On top of that, with the specialized promo code LAW, $20 will be applied to your account. So just think of it like $20 from me to you. And when you download Sleeper, you know, just play around, have a great time with it, and get things going. I want to share this one more topic line about GP, but let's just get to the playoff picture because we need ultimately for a few things to shake in order for us to get there. Cowboy Nation, we need a few things to shake. And I get it, man. I'm just as mad as all of you all, but we can only get mad if things can work our way and utilize them because, as Dak Prescott said, hey, we pissed. Well, welcome to the party, Dak. We've been pissed since week 1 because I can't stand the Eagles, and we lost to them week 1, right? And now I'm looking at the playoff picture. We need for some things to happen a certain way in order for this to rock. AI Tisha, examine that right there. National Football Conference. Let me refresh it. Make sure all of the numbers are still the same. Let me refresh it. Okay. And let's see what needs to happen in order for us to get into the postseason.
1. Dallas must win out or go at least 3-1 in the final 4 games. At 6-6, getting to 9-7 or ideally 10-6 gives them a real path. 8-8 will not get in based on this board. 2. The Cowboys need help, specifically from these teams losing. Teams ahead of Dallas in the wild card race. Green Bay Packers, 8-4, number 6 seed. Dallas needs the Packers to lose at least 2 games to fall to 9-6 or 8-7, so Dallas can jump them. San Francisco 49ers, 9-4, number 7 seed. Dallas needs the 49ers to lose at least 2 more for them to fall to 9-6 or 8-7. Detroit Lions, 8-5, number 8 seed. Dallas needs the Lions to lose 1 or 2 games. A single loss helps a lot because Dallas would surpass them with a win streak. Carolina Panthers, 7-6, number 9 seed. Panthers hold a tiebreaker advantage over some teams, so Dallas needs Carolina to lose 1 or 2 more games. The simplest Cowboys playoff scenario, Cowboys win out, finish 10-6, and at least one of the following happens. Packers lose 2 games. 49ers lose 2 games. Lions lose 1 game. Panthers lose 1 game. If Dallas finishes 10-6, they will almost certainly sneak in as the 6 or 7 seed. Harder scenario, but still possible. Cowboys finish 9-7. They need much more help. Packers lose 3 49ers, lose 3 Lions, lose 2 Panthers, lose 2. This scenario is less likely, but still not impossible.
Dang, girl. So in order for us to go, we have to win out. We have to. We have to win out according to the numbers here and from the analytics of AI and ChatGPT all mixed in with Gronk. The Packers need to lose 2 games. The 49ers need to lose 2. And we just need for the Lions to lose 1 and the Panthers to lose 1. And then we can certainly get in and sneak in. But that's when, when you're not controlling your own destiny, you know what I'm saying? As they say, out of the nights that cover me, black as a pit from pole to pole, you know what I'm saying? We need for something to control our own destiny, but we don't have that. So we got to lean on others at this point. And then the other scenario of us losing 7 games, you would need for the Packers to lose 3 and the 49ers to lose 3 and the Lions to lose 2. So these next 4 games, must-win games, just like we all said. We have an 8% chance of making it all the way. In order for us to do that, we got to take care of business. And we got to get back in control of everything. And just for what it is, from where we are at, D-Shift says AI is off. We have to win out. But she said the slightest possible situation of 9-7-1. And she said, to correct, she said those other teams will have to lose 3 in a row, right? So that's not likely to happen. But according to analytics and stuff like that, hey, y'all know more math than her, than have at it. You know what I'm saying? But it is for what it is. And then it is a situation that you Cowboys got to win out, and we got to have favors from others, right? And it's just for what it is. They'll all play each other. 10-6-1 get us in the last spot. Yeah, that will be the only likelihood of it. A lot of things can change on Monday night. Chargers, I'm the biggest Charger fan right now. But in order for us to get things moving, we got to get in control. Let's talk about control. And first and foremost, I'm talking about control body odor, and that's anywhere. And all you have to do is shop.mando and get $5 off of your starter pack, and that's over 40% with promo code LAW, shopmando.com. Let's go. I use this body wash odor control, full body control with Mando. They have the product here, and they also have deodorant that you apply under the arm for 72 hours of odor control. You want to be in control. And speaking of control, they also have the product that you can apply all over the body, the invisible cream, and it also fights for 72 hours. That invisible cream, all about being in control. And with Mando, man, they control body odor anywhere. All you have to do is shop.mando, get $5 off your starter pack. That's over 40% with promo code LAW, shopmando.com. Let's go, and let's stay in control. Let's stay in control of your odor. And here's the reason why the Cowboys, believe it or not, if the Lions lose 1 game, because they're 8-5 now, they lose 1 game, and we win out, our 10-6-1. You got to understand that. That's what a lot of people fail to realize. That tie that we had, a tie is heavier. A tie is heavier than a loss, however you can look at it. So that's why it's kind of convoluted that you may look at the sheet of paper and say, well, they only lost 5 games. And if they lose, and if they only lose 6 games, and we only lost 6 games, that one tie controls a lot of balance there. Yeah, that invisible cream get me all the time, y'all. Yeah, that's the invisible thing that we got to take a look at. But that's why I'm saying that the Cowboys must figure out a way, ladies and gentlemen, to get that, just to win out. And that one tie can change up a lot of things. And that's where we are at. All right, so with that being said, at this time, on this beautiful Sunday, we're going to do this right here. If you are at your job and you slip and fall, or you driving down the streets of Detroit, right, and then somebody run you off the road, even way up there, right, way up there. They run you off the road because, you know, they're happy because they won and all of this stuff. Let me tell you who you need to reach out to.
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Gene Burkett, a 30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic event, to have our experts get out and look at the vehicle, witness statements, photos, the whole thing.
Call Frenkel first. Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
No doubt. Cowboy Nation, please be sure to reach out to Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls around this beautiful globe,
call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for line. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for line. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Mobbing with my brothers, there's no question, keep it real. Whether we East Coastin' or we in the hidden hills. In the poppin' straps of blue faces, not the pills. Heard you calling bluffs, I show and prove it, it's for real. Son of God, not a son of Sam. Keep it off the books and keep it coming in. Bitch, the old whip, see what I'm coming in. The inside caramel just like 100 grand. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for line. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for line. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Heard you moving funny, had to cut you off. Had some more friends like my brothers, I can't trust it all. Same ones in your corner, wanna see you fall. Now I only need a hand to count the ones who ball with me. Down to fall with me. Down to put it on the line when lose or draw with me. Those my brothers, different mothers, part of par with me. Got the Bonnie to my Kalshi, break the law with me. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for line. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for line. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for line. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for line. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Mobbing with my brothers, there's no question, keep it real. Whether we East Coastin' or we in the hidden hills. In the poppin' straps of blue faces, not the pills. Heard you calling bluffs, I show and prove it, it's for real. Son of God, not a son of Sam. Keep it off the books and keep it coming in. Bitch, the old whip, see what I'm coming in. The inside caramel just like 100 grand. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for line. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for line. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Heard you moving funny, had to cut you off. Had some more friends like my brothers, I can't trust it all. Same ones in your corner, wanna see you fall. Now I only need a hand to count the ones who ball with me. Down to fall with me. Down to put it on the line when lose or draw with me. Both my brothers, different mothers, part of par with me. Got the Bonnie to my class, she break the law with me. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for real, down for life. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Keep it super thorough my way on
All right. AI Tisha, you got to factor in the tie. Got to factor in the tie. I think that she didn't factor in that tie that we had. And sometimes they could not factor in that tie. I think it must have messed up everything. But factor in the tie.
Cowboys
on the Cowboys going to the playoffs.
with the tie included.
Okay.
Record shown 6-6-1. That tie is huge because it works like half a win and also half a loss, which can help in wildcard tiebreakers. Right now, Dallas is sitting at 10th in the NFC, but still very much alive. The NFC wildcard spots, 3 total, based on your screenshot. These teams currently hold the wildcard positions. 5th, Rams, 9-3. 6th, Packers, 8-3. 7th, 49ers, 9-4. Teams. The Cowboys must battle with for the 6th or 7th seed. Lions, 7-5. Panthers, 7-5. Cowboys, 6-6-1. Vikings, 5-8. Falcons, 4-9. Basically done Cardinals, 4-9. Done realistically, the Cowboys are competing with 49ers, Packers, Lions, Panthers, head-to-head and tiebreaker reality. Here's where the tie becomes important. The tie helps Dallas in multi-team tiebreakers, especially versus teams sitting at 8-9 or 9-8 levels.
Okay.
Conference record matters. Cowboys Con-F record shown 3-5-1. This must improve, but conference games still remain. Dallas must get past at least 2 of these 3 teams to reach the wild card. 49ers, 9 wins. Packers, 8 wins. Lions, 7 wins. Panthers, 7 wins. The 49ers and Rams being so high makes 7th seed the most realistic target. The Cowboys' playoff paths, Path 1, run the table, 10-6-1. If Dallas wins their final 4 games, they finish 10-6-1. At 10 wins plus a tie, they are 100% in the playoffs, unless every WC team reaches 11 wins, which is extremely unlikely. This is the cleanest scenario. 10-6-1 beats almost every possible wildcard tiebreak scenario. Path 2, finish 3-1, 9-7-1. This is the most realistic playoff path. At 9-7-1, Cowboys need 2 of the following to happen. Lions drop to 9 losses. They already have 5. Panthers lose at least 2 more. They have 5. Packers lose 3 of their last 6. They have 3 losses. 49ers drop back toward 7 losses. Most realistic collapses based on the strength of schedule. Lions, very possible Panthers. Very possible. If Dallas gets to 9-7-1, they will be alive until week 18. Path 3, finish 2-2, 8-8-1. This is where the tie matters. At 8-8-1, Cowboys are not eliminated, but they need chaos. They would need Lions to finish 8-9 or worse, Panthers to finish 8-9 or worse, Packers to finish 8-9 or worse, 49ers to collapse completely. This path is unlikely but mathematically possible. 8-9-1 or worse equals out. Anything under 8-8-1 eliminates Dallas. Summary: what needs to happen for Dallas to get in locked-in target record? 10-6-1, guaranteed playoffs, 9-7-1. Good playoff odds, 8-8-1. Still alive, but needs massive outside help. Teams to root against, Panthers, Lions, Packers, 49ers. If 2 of those 4 teams fall back, Dallas is in position to sneak into the 7th seed. The tie changes everything because of the tie. Even if Dallas ties with teams at 8-9, the Cowboys can finish ahead based on win percentage. It also helps the Cowboys avoid a head-to-head loss knockout. That half-win and half-loss could be what saves the season. Want me to calculate exact percentages? If you want, I can run. Exact playoff odds. each team's remaining schedule breakdown best and worst case scenarios by week. Just say, give me 100%. The Cowboys playoff percent breakdown.
Do y'all want to hear that? Jeez. Damn, AI Tisha. Shit. I feel like I'm in the Matrix, man, and I'm Dr. Strange over here trying to think of 1,000 possibilities, man. Hey, ain't nothing like rooting for a 49ers collapse, though, by the way. What about, look, I'm going to ask her, what about an Eagles collapse? Is that more than likely to happen? You know? Y'all want to hear more of this. All right, hold on. This is becoming a nice, and I'm talking about a nice little back and forth with AI. You know what I'm saying? All right, so with that being said, it's one of those things, man. Yes, but include an Eagles collapse. I need an Eagles collapse. And let's get things going. Yes. Yeah, we need that, you know, because yeah, man, come on with it, man. Shoot. We need a whole bunch, you know. All right. Man. All right. Man, boy, look, if you don't take care of business, man, you would need all of these things to happen, man. It's going to be something that we need to really say to ourselves. I want the 100% way to get in, man, you know. Yeah. I need a 100% way. I need a 100% way, man. Yes, indeed. Yeah. So, yeah. Give me AI, Tisha. She's loading. She think she's definitely loading right now, y'all. Hold on. She is loading it up. AI Tisha, I need a full 100% breakdown on how the Cowboys can make it. Give it to me, baby. Give it to me. I know you got it.
Here is the full updated playoff breakdown, including an Eagles collapse scenario, based on the standings you provided and the Cowboys' 6-6-1 record. I'll break it into Cowboys NFC East path, Eagles collapse. Cowboys wildcard paths. Most realistic routes 1. Yes, there is a path for the Cowboys to win the NFC East. Even though the Eagles are sitting at 8-4, they are not safe. Eagles' remaining path to collapse. For the Cowboys to win the East, you need 2 things. A, Cowboys must finish better than 8, and for Eagles Dallas likely needs to finish 10-6-1, best case, or 9-7-1, still possible. B, Eagles must collapse to 9 losses or more, meaning Eagles finish 8-9, 9-8, or 8-8-1. With their schedule and recent inconsistency, this can absolutely happen. Yeah, Cowboys versus Eagles direct comparison. Eagles equals 8 wins. Cowboys equals 6 wins. Plus 1 tie equals 6.5 wins. For Dallas to pass Philly, Cowboys must get to 9.5 wins, 9-6-1, or 10.5 wins, 10-6-1. Eagles must stay at 9 wins or fewer. Yes, this is mathematically possible. If Philly goes 1-4, 0-5, or even 2-3 down the stretch and Dallas wins out or goes 3-1, the division flips. 2. Wildcard paths revised, including the tie. A, Cowboys win out, 10-6-1. Playoff status, 100%. In division is also in play if Eagles stall at 9 wins. This scenario locks both. Wildcard NFC East contention. B, Cowboys go 3-1, 9-7-1.
No help from the Commanders,
though.
That's crazy.
Path. At 9-7-1, Cowboys can make the playoffs in 2 ways. Wildcard. They need at least 2 of these teams to finish worse than 9-7-1. Lions, 7-5, can easily fall to 8-9 Panthers, 7-5. Inconsistent team Packers, 8-3. Toughest competitor 49ers, 9-4. Also tough, but can still slip Dallas at 9-7-1, will beat 9-8 teams because of the tie. Division. Eagles must finish 8-9 or 9-8 for Cowboys to surpass them. See Cowboys go 2-2, 8-8-1. At 8-8-1, Dallas is not eliminated. They would need Lions to finish 8-9 or worse, Panthers 8-9 or worse, Packers 8-9 or worse, 49ers to collapse, and Eagles to collapse to 8-9 for the division shot. Unlikely, but not impossible. That tie keeps Dallas alive in this scenario. D Cowboys finish 1-3 or 0-4, mathematically out. 3. Exact scenarios where Dallas makes the playoffs. Scenario 1. Win the East Cowboys, 10-6 and 1 or 9-7 and 1 Eagles, 9-8 or 8-9. This happens if Eagles go 1-4, 0-5, or even 2-3. Cowboys go 3-1 or 4-0. Scenario 2, win the 7th seed, most likely. Cowboys 9-7-1. Need any 2 to fall. Lions go 2-4, or worse. Panthers go 2-4, or worse. Packers go 2-4 or worse. 49ers go 1-4 or worse. This is very realistic based on schedules. Scenario 3, win the 6th seed. Cowboys 10-6-1 need Packers to drop to 10-7 or worse, 49ers to go 10-7 or worse. Still possible because they play tough schedules. The tie is your secret weapon. Here's how the tie helps. 9-7-1 beats 9-8, 8-8. -1 beats 8-9. Multi-team ties usually swing to the Cowboys because their win percentage becomes weirdly favorable. That tie could literally be what puts Dallas in the postseason. Final summary, Cowboys, best outcomes. Cowboys, final record playoff chance notes, 10-6 and 1 100%. Impossible NFC East, win 9-7 and 170-90%. In strong wildcard odds, plus Eagles collapse scenarios still alive, 8-8 and 110-20%. Needs chaos, but not eliminated. Below 8 wins, 0% out.
8% still. Damn. Whoo, my goodness, man. That's some math for you, man. I got Will from the 662. You live on the Nation. Talk to me.
What's up, Law?
Not much, bro. What you got?
Man, so, damn, that's a lot of shit. I'm just listening to that, man. That's a lot of stuff.
Jeez, man.
Look, in my mind, I'm like, they just win now and just hope for the best.
You just gotta win out and don't even look back. You turn to a pillar of salt. You got to do it that way.
Yeah, that's how I do it. But I'm watching this Green Bay Chicago game. But Law, who do we root for in this game though? Because both these teams got almost the same record. Who do we root for to win this game, the Chicago Green Bay game?
Well, according to AI and them, they said, shoot, you better be having your Bears outfit on right now. You get what I'm saying? Because it's only about a few slots, and right now we are in a situation whereas we need help. We got to hope on that, right? So at this point, in order for us to make it, we would be like the few survivors from the Titanic. Only a few of them survive, believe it or not. So that's where we are at right now. The conference, the conference record, those type of things.
Yeah, because we lost a lot of NFC games. Another thing, man, I was looking at too, bro. It's really only one slot left for that wild card.
It's only one.
Because Seattle ain't coming off of that. Then you got Green Bay, Chicago. They most likely gonna get that other one. So it's really one slot left. It's really between us, Detroit, and the Niners to get that last slot.
And you gotta wish and hope that this got to be an epic letdown from the Eagles. They got to, and the way the Washington is playing, shoot, you can put me at the quarterback and I probably beat them.
Look, but we better root for the Chargers. The Chargers win tomorrow, and Eagles lose. We got a little chance to open up just a little bit.
Yeah.
But man, looking at the Eagles' schedule, bro, I had them losing 3 games, but I don't know because I had them lose against Washington. But after seeing Washington tonight,
come on, man,
man, I just think if they they might just lose 2 losses, man, against Buffalo and Chargers. And they play Las Vegas next week. That's a W, you know.
Yeah.
So man,
the favors
we messed ourselves up.
Yeah. We the schedule makers ran one on us though. They didn't have to do us like this though. to play like they gave us a little break on the front end by the Raiders, but by us going literally with the Eagles, with the Chiefs, with the Lions, right, and then Minnesota, and then technically, if Minnesota had a quarterback, they would have had a similar record what they had the previous year. You get what I'm saying? They was 14-2 or something like that. So the NFL schedule makers, man, and we didn't take care of business. But what they did was with us, if you really think about it, is that they sprinkled our easy games in between our hard ones. You get what I'm saying? Yep. Even on the front end of the schedule, you know. So it's crazy how all of this looks now.
Yeah, and like I said, this is my last thing. I'll let you go.
Go ahead.
I hope this be a lesson to the team coming into next year. Stop starting off slow. Starting off slow and win the games that you need. You got me? I hope this be a lesson to the team because now you wait on other teams to fail for you to get in.
Yeah.
Cardinals. You should have been in Carolina. You should have beat the Eagles week 1. Take care of business when the season starts. So later in the season, you can afford it. If you get an L, you can afford it. It won't hurt you that much. You get what I'm saying? So hope this be a lesson to the team coming next year.
Yes, indeed.
That's all I got, Law.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling in. Good call from him. Real good call from my guy, Will. It's one of those things. If you looking at this, you got Bears and Packers, they tied up. But if I'm looking at a team that's more poised than anything, them damn Rams, they doing their thing 45-16. The Seahawks, they got a real strong chance of doing things in the NFC. We'll have to wait until tomorrow night to see how the Eagles, will they bounce back? Will they be in this top epsilon of teams right now? But the 49ers, we talked about the 49ers going into this season. They had the weakest schedule, I think the easiest pathway out of all teams going into this season. And I'm not saying that the 49ers was giving because they still had to play the games, right? And it's any given Sunday. But their strength of schedule going into the season was by far one of the easiest schedules out there. So it's just one of those things. Shout out to the Bears, though. They just scored. But when you look over everything, coming out of the NFC, you got to say to yourself, the Seattle Seahawks looking really good, and the 49ers and the Rams, them 3 teams right there. Will they be the people that can take things going to the right directions? But everyone else is kind of like iffy, and the Bears are the Bears, and of course the other teams that's in those other conferences are the conferences. But I'm saying I'm looking at the coaching. I'm looking at what they can bring to the table. It's a lot of crazy things. But ultimately, what we need here is a situation whereas a collapse from either the Packers all the way through, and that's a long fall from them. They already 8-3-1. They technically always be up to par. And then if you can look at this other team as it relates to I want to say that the Eagles and as well as who's the other spot would be, it's just real slim. That's why it's 8%, man. That's why it's 8%. From the 409 D Shift, you're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
Hey, it was good, Law. Yeah, man. It's
No doubt.
some tough trading, bro.
You ain't lying. It's very tough over here.
Oh man, I almost have you feel like, man, let's get the draft pick, bro. But we ain't gonna quit, Law.
Nah.
We're gonna keep it going, man, and we want to keep that good that good energy.
Most certainly.
With losing comes a lot of long faces, comes a lot of disarray, and Lord knows this team don't need that.
Right.
So yeah, I could only imagine what a collapse would, just 4 more bad games or what that do carry on to the offseason when you want a guy like Pickens to hang around and you want to keep him as happy as possible, and you want
Facts.
to keep the foundation good, man. So I definitely want to finish strong and just kind of get away from all this negativity, man, because this team can barely thrive off just minimum negativity,
Yeah.
You give it some storylines, man, and it's going to get out of hand around here.
Most certainly.
And I think you really got a good foundation with Dak having some prime years left, these wide receivers, the offensive line. You just need to build this defense now, man. Point blank, period, bro. We ain't gonna get the job done with regular guys at linebacker.
Right.
You got a franchise defensive tackle. That's a great sign. And I know the moves we got is what we got, man. And we can't make no more moves right now. We got to sit on our hands, and we got to try to fight with one hand behind our back right now.
We do.
But I think, overall, man, I think if Green Bay were to pull it out tonight, man, I honestly think with Chicago still having Green Bay to play against San Fran and Detroit, I think you could see Chicago maybe losing them 7 games before Green Bay loses. But they also got Denver, Chicago, and Baltimore to play. They got Minnesota, and
right.
Chicago has Cleveland. But I don't see either of those teams losing, those games. You need Detroit to lose 2 games, man, to get to 7 games, and I think that's doable between the Rams and Pittsburgh, maybe. Like I said, if Green Bay, wins tonight, you almost want Detroit to beat Chicago, because at the end of the day, man, you got like three teams in front of you right now. You of course, got Panthers and Detroit got to lose out. But like I said, if Green Bay wins, man, I think the Chicago collapse with a young quarterback and just with having to play Green Bay, San Fran, and Detroit again, I think they could lose those 3 games. And
this is what makes it such a crazier thing. It's going to be harder for Detroit. Now they down. They got hurt guys now. Branch is hurt, out for the season, I believe. But they're remaining 4. Like, the NFL schedule makers, they know what they was doing.
Yeah.
The Detroit games, they got to play Los Angeles, Pittsburgh Steelers. They still play tough. They got to play the Vikings. That defense is still defense, and then you got Chicago to be their last team. So I can see 4 L's in there. Nobody's going to play. I think that they're going to really not let Goff just have those free releases in these next 4 games, right? So it's a situation that I think that Detroit is going to lose at least 2. At least 2.
Yeah, but it's just also about the right to, right? Because if Green Bay wins, like I say, you want Detroit almost to beat Chicago, and it's almost like you want the Rams and Pittsburgh to take care of Detroit here in a couple weeks, catch them while they down.
But these are, like you said, Denver, Chicago, Baltimore, and Minnesota. Yeah, that's just for what it is on the last 4 games with Green Bay. That's kind of
Green Bay.
Yeah.
I can. Those are tough games for Green Bay too. So that's a good thing that all these teams you need. A couple of teams here that you need to lose, mainly like Green Bay, Detroit, even Chicago. Man, that's some tough teams. I think San Fran's going to pretty much lock it in for the 6th seed because I can see them taking care of Tennessee, a hurt Indy, and I mean you need San Fran to lose 3 games. I think so. I can see them at least getting 2-2. With Chicago and Seattle at the end of the season. But I think our smoothest road, like I said, is Green Bay, Chicago, the loser of this game losing out, or Philly losing 3 or 5.
Yeah.
Which that's not highly improbable either, man, with the Chargers, Commanders, and the Bills. Commanders, if anything, man, Commanders been splitting some seasons with the Eagles.
Yeah, but it's just hard to see it, man, because of today's game.
Sam Howell, did Sam Howell beat the Eagles before?
Yeah, but he's on the Eagles now.
Sam Howell,
he's the backup on the Eagles now.
That's neither here nor there, man. Hey, man, glue Jaden Daniels' arm back together. Get him a bionic arm, bro.
No
and
doubt,
have
man.
them go in and do their thing, bro. But appreciate you, Law, man. We gonna keep it going, man, because we gotta keep this team uplifted, man, because we got some business to take care of this offseason for sure.
No
Either
doubt, man.
way, because get into the playoffs, man. This defense still got gaping holes, bro. You know, you talking about 2021. Kelvin Joseph, your number 2 cornerback, gaping holes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And linebacker, man. We need
doubt, man.
linebacker, bro. But
No
I
doubt, man.
appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you for calling in. That's D Shift from the 409 for your mind. So yeah, I mean, somebody asks what opponent schedules that y'all want to look at. Chicago's. Let me pull up their final 4 opponents. So hold on. Chicago got Cleveland. That's a hot and cold type of team, just depending on how defense hit. Green Bay, again, San Fran, and Detroit. So an epic collapse from Chicago can be more aesthetic for us, but we just trying to get that final slot. Now, AI Tisha, she did say, and I know the AI could be off, when she said 100% chance if we just win the 4, and I'm like, no, I don't see 100% chance, but I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? But there's only an 8% chance as if it relates to present day. And I think what's really making it hard for anybody to do the calculations is because we got all of these divisional games or interdivisional games at the tip. And what the NFL schedule makers didn't quantify or calculate is how damn trash the Washington team would be this year. The schedule makers made the Washington schedule crazy. Very crazy. Especially got to play the Eagles twice on the tip. They should have split that schedule up and had the Washington team to play one of those slots where the Giants were playing at. That's what makes this all crazy and hard to decipher, and even throwing off the AIs of the world. I got the 202. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
How about them Cowboys?
Yo, appreciate you.
A little setback. Thank you, Law, for the opportunity.
Anytime.
A little setback, but I always said I had them at 10-7 from the beginning of the season. If they give me the 10 wins, I'm not going to complain. But the observations, this is what my observation. Shoddy is just another version of Wade Phillips. Just on the offensive side of the ball. Right. That's what I'm looking at. It's not any slight on him, but as a head coach, as an offensive coordinator, I think leave him there. I think he's going to do great. But I just don't like when I hear some comments. I think it was right before the game or the day before when he gave a press conference. And he talked about the Super Bowl. Now, he did say when we get to the Super Bowl, conditionally, but it's that kind of language that you don't say in public. You say it in private.
Right.
At least for the team. And then looking at how our team wasn't even prepared for that game.
Right.
That was horrible to watch. Because the true champion, you'll get up the next day or right after that game. You're ready to go. And I'm not saying they weren't. They were, but if we give that excuse, if we let that excuse sink into their mindset that it's okay to do that, what are we really asking for this season? That's all.
Yeah,
that's all I'm bringing with my.
No, I appreciate you, man. You spit the truth on that one. Being prepared and being ready to play is something that we haven't been in the last 30 to 35 years now. But I appreciate you, Big Amish. Appreciate you.
Yeah, same here.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
It's a good call from. Oh, I forgot to hit. Big Amish, you still there? Oh, you just hung up. All right, 30 to 32 years, if you really do the math. See, Jimmy, he knew how to see the psyche of the team. He was a psychology major. and that statement of Dak Prescott saying we needed to get pissed. You see, Jimmy got pissed off of you won a game and you barely won. You won a game by 10 points and you're supposed to go in there and beat the team by 20. Jimmy would have been pissed, and it would have been heard and echoed throughout this team, right? But getting pissed now is like you should have been pissed on or pissed off a long time ago. And I'm just using Dak Prescott on words against him. Like, he's my guy, Dak my guy, right? But what I'm saying is that now to get pissed is a little too late, right? You should have been already angry. You should have been already upset. And now trying to put the toothpaste back into the tube, it's just hard, man, for this team to play grits and lights out. It's just hard for this team to even hold these guys accountable because of the gentle parenting that we have. And I'm not taking away. I know this team went through a lot of emotions and stuff like that. And people, we should been playing with a chip on our shoulders. But we just not that type of team. We haven't been that type of team. We don't install that type of fear. I don't think that these guys are in fear of the coaching staff. And this could be just the land and the way of the new world that we exist together in. So that's just for what it is. I can't really put a finger on it. I do like, here's the things. I do like what Schottenheimer brings to the table. I'm not saying that he's not a Super Bowl kind of caliber of coach. I'm not saying that. I know that for sure Matt Eberflus, the way he's coaching, I know that he's not a Super Bowl kind of caliber of DC because he don't know how to build a plane while it's in the air, right? He only knows how to fly that plane when everything is correct. When the landing gear is correct, when the lights and all of this stuff and the switches and the knobs, right, is all there, right? If the button is missing, he ain't going to be able to fit that in. And I get it. There's some people in life just like that. Jason Garrett for 13 years, 13 seasons was like that. You didn't get a coaching competitive advantage when you had Jason Garrett here. And a branch of Jason Garrett is Matt Eberflus because he was under that regime. It's the same kind of caliber of coach. He got to have everything going for him. Unfortunately, right? So it's just for what it is. I got actual factual from the 919. What's on your mind, man? Talk to me.
What's happening, Law?
Not much.
I just want to say something. Please give me a moment to say this.
Go ahead.
We got out-coached against Detroit. Detroit normally plays man-to-man.
Mm-hmm.
And Detroit changed up that man-to-man and played some zone and made some changes. And the Cowboys coaches got out-coached. We were prepared for that game to do what we always do. They positioned themselves to make sure that they took out either their plan was to either take out GP or either take out CD. CD was playing good ball.
Yeah.
And the issue is that they switched up their man-to-man, rolled the safety over and double GP, and they changed. Detroit normally plays man-to-man, strong man-to-man. They've been playing it all year long like that, even with four cornerbacks hurt. They've been playing strong man-to-man. But they did not stick with what they normally do because it was like playing basketball. You got matchups. And based on the matchup, you have to make adjustments and change. We didn't make no changes or no adjustments as it relates. We went in there planning on playing because we always knew that between CD and GP, we could beat. And we did that. CD was eating them up. Even Frenkel was getting his. But the problem was they made adjustments from their structural plan of how they play. And we don't do that. Now, Jimmy Johnson used to do that, And Jimmy Johnson,
this is what they did. They did play a lot of man. They played off man, and they still had the safety over the top. They gave them bracket coverages. They did it. They made it their business is to let the aggressor not win, and the aggressor was George Pickens. He was the aggressor wide receiver. And if you go back and watch that first clip of when they was trying to really slow down his team, they went at George Pickens' legs. And he just came off of the shin issues, right? And that threw him off. The Detroit Lions, when that coach said, we going to bite kneecaps off, that's how he coached. He's a very aggressive type of coach. And every time we played against them, they end up trying to deliver more power and blow to us as if though we are their rivals, right? And they played more physical than us, and they did just that. And it helps to have a little favor on your side with the aficionados. But it is for what it is. Now keep going with your point because you're making some good ones there.
Okay, I want to change this one to something else because you were talking about ways that we could get in the playoffs,
right?
And to bring to closure to where I'm at. You remember I told you that tie that the Cowboys got with Green Bay is going to come into effect. Now, You remember I told you last time we talked, I know Green Bay is winning right now, but Chicago just caught a pass. They on the 20. They're about to be in the red zone, like 24 or something like that. But what I'm saying is, I think it's a highly great chance, and I don't think AI can pay attention to what's going on as it relates to who's playing, how they playing now. If the Bears could squeeze this game out, and the Bears is playing pretty good, they got to play the Bears again, but the next time they play the Bears is going to be in Chicago. Next week, Green Bay got to play the Broncos. The following week, they got to play the Ravens. Then the last game of the season, they got to play the Vikings. Now, we saw what the Vikings did to Washington, and we know who Washington is, but the Vikings in Green Bay is like the Cowboys and the Redskins. What I'm saying is with the tie, and if they were to lose to the Bears, even if they win to the Bears today, but they lose the game in Chicago, lose to the Broncos, and then that Ravens-Vikings game is crucial. Ravens and Vikings, and those are things that might good. You got to remember, these are the Green Bay Packers that lost to the Browns, and they lost to another team that they weren't supposed to lose to, and they really weren't supposed to tie with us. I think that's our closest route. And then when you look at Detroit, understanding that with the Rams, the Steelers, and the Bears, and like I said, Detroit, when you play in that division game, they got a game against the Vikings. All we need for them to do is lose 2 games. I think that is the easiest route. And I really don't think that AI can dictate or really get a feel for how teams are playing now.
I think that she's already articulated those are the things that should be happening. If you go back and listen to what she said, she did say that these are the possibilities in order for it to happen. But I feel what you're saying about what the strength of schedules are and who got to play who. But she did fairly say those things.
And I think that's why she made the statement, and you were like questioning it when she said that if the Cowboys just went out, they got 100% chance, because she's looking at the fact that there are teams that affect whether or not the Cowboys can make it that are playing each other.
Yeah, they do. They do have the head-to-head type of thing. Yeah.
And the difficulty, because I couldn't understand why AI would say we got 100% chance if we just went out. And how could you say that when you still got to depend on somebody else? But the people that we got to depend on are playing each other.
Yeah. But hey, man, I appreciate you for calling in.
Yes, sir.
No, most certainly, man. Appreciate you, man. God bless you as well. Actual, factual. Yes, indeed. The 100% to put cover over it. She did say more than likely not to happen. You know what I'm saying? But it will be if this scenario happened. You get what I'm saying? But I get it. Nothing is 100% at this point because of the way we are at. And if it would have been definitively 100% if we were to take care of business this past game. So we need a little favor from there. And I think that's what, some calculations of wordplay can falls into the wrong way. That's why it's so important for you to win your conference title games, and it's for you to win your division games as well. And just try to win every game that you can because of those tiebreakers. And especially if you're going to lose one, let it be on the AFC side. And if we haven't even been able to do that on that aspect of it because we had to play the NFC North this year. It was crazy. 11 wins required to make the playoff this season. This is from BB 13-13. Not necessarily because of the simple fact that a lot of teams got to play each other. That's where their scenario goes back at to. 11 wins will get you in easily, but being 10-6-1, it gives you that you need favor from someone. And what I'm looking at now, what Detroit got left on the menu is going to be telltale sign because Detroit. Let me just break this down one more time about Detroit's schedule, which will be the alleyway, whereas they, even though they beat us, they got the Los Angeles Rams, they got the Pittsburgh Steelers, they got Minnesota and Chicago again. So what we need to do is, because we all fighting for that one final spot, we need for them boys to lose at least 2. One can argue 3 if you really want to have a shot at it. And by them playing Los Angeles, the Pittsburgh Steelers going to be very hungry. Y'all know how Mike Tomlin do, and that defense is still kind of up there, still top 10 defense. And you got Chicago. They have a lot of weighted value on there. So that's just where we at. Fortunately, I got the next caller that's here from the 971. You're live on the Nation, brought to you by a Sleeper. Talk to me.
What's happening, family?
Hey, man, all is well. Can't complain.
I ain't talked to you in a minute.
No doubt.
Everybody looking for favors and everything. They blew that Carolina game. They blew that Packer game, and they blew that Arizona game.
Yeah, those are 3 games that they could have absolutely won,
Yeah, they were supposed to win them games. It's a point in time, man. They still got a shot, but I don't know. I just don't know. They got to win their games, all these games. And it seemed like every time when they're back against the wall, they don't show up on offense. Oh, yeah, I'm going to give them a break on that because the defense did fall apart a whole bunch of games that they lost.
Right.
It was a lot of the fault of the defense fault. I'm not going to put it out on the offense.
Yeah.
But it's a point in time, man, that they need to ante up and go out there and win the ball game. They didn't do it. I preached this all off season. That offense, man, this is different. This is not drop back 100 times. I'm throw 50 times and forget the run. If you can't establish the run game, you're gonna continue to get penalties. Beholden every single time. I'm just telling you. And it showed us face. It carried on over from last year, and then it carried on over to this year. So it's been a complete disaster on offense. Now the defense probably will get fixed in the draft next year, but I
think that even with the defense getting fixed, the problem is that majority of your DBs are still press cover corner DBs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you still going to play that zone, then your front 7 got to be grid locked in, and we can see how we have leakage with number 59, and as well as with no dominant edge rusher. Bell can't cover as well, so it's problems there.
So I just say, man, if they don't make it, man, they need to go back and look. Okay, where we weak at, man, in this draft? You ain't got many picks. They probably finagle that one and then try to stretch it out to the second round pick, try to finagle something. Then they got to pick up. Man, look, man, they're going to have to figure out what they're going to do with Milton. I know everybody love Dak. I know you like Dak and everything. You know how we go back and forth on Dak. But I'm looking at all these other QBs right now doing some big things, all these young dudes. Remember, the guys that we lost to in the offseason, during the season, they're young, dude. We lost to Carolina, young quarterback. Green Bay, good quarterback there.
We got another one coming up here against the Chargers. That's a young quarterback. You got another one coming up against the Vikings. That's a young quarterback. I mean,
to each his own. Washington got a young quarterback, and they're not winning.
It's going to take some time for him.
But you can't just move it and say, due to a young quarterback. Hold on, is this a monologue or a dialogue? You said based off of what you said.
Can I say my piece after you say your piece?
All right, so the Vikings got a young quarterback. Are they winning?
Yeah.
The Washington got a young quarterback. Are they winning?
Not right now, no.
So what I'm getting at is that we can talk about being a young or an old quarterback, but that's not the defining reasons of why we're losing these games. It's due to the likelihood of your defense. Dak been balling. You can't really put that on 4.
That's sometimes. Yeah, I'm putting everything on 4. I'm putting everything on 4. Open up the door on that. I'll put everything on 4. That pass to CeeDee Lamb was fucking horrible. He out. No, not against the Vikings. He won't be there. That was a horrible pass. That sideline pass that he missed.
So you trying to tell me that Joe Milton would throw a better pass than that? Have you been watching football?
I don't know.
We do know. He don't throw that well. If he would have, he would have been starting.
Even if Joe Milton does not pan out for us, draft somebody to come in and push him out the door. I'm tired of this waiting. You yourself, you the man got to step up and say we need to switch over. Everybody switch over and bounce.
Well, how's Ward doing this year? How's Shador's doing this year? Those are young quarterbacks. How Dart is doing, huh?
How is the boy from Chicago doing?
He's doing doing well because you get that defense. Their defense is top 10. Their defense is top 10. Where else do we want to go? I'm whooping you on every single logic that you're trying to bring it up. I'm whooping you on every single logic that you're trying to bring up right now.
NFC Championship game? Have we gotten there 10 years? Have we gotten there 10 years? Have we gotten there yet?
It's been 30 years. It's been 30 years and 30 seasons.
You got to change.
It's been 30 years and 30 seasons. 30 years and 30 seasons.
You gotta change, Natchez. You gotta want to change.
Who do you want?
Continue to use the old card.
Who do you want? Who do you want?
I want somebody. You can give me Mendoza. You can give me the quarterback from
Jamison Wilson.
Give me somebody. No.
Dalen Gabriel.
You can give me the quarterback from Oregon. You can give me the quarterback from Indiana. You can give me somebody.
That's what people were saying last year about Ward. People was talking about all of these people. People were talking about Shador. People were talking about all of these quarterbacks. Go ahead.
Have we won anything? Has
the team won anything in 30 years? Go ahead. What am I doing? I'm whooping. I'm beating you. I'm beating you in this debate. That's what I'm doing.
No, you're not. You're losing.
All right, Put 4 in the chat if Law's winning. Put 4 in the chat is winning. Put 4 in the chat if Law's winning.
The facts have shown you.
Nobody is agreeing with you right now. I'm better than you right now in this whole conversation. Ain't nobody.
Nothing.
Nobody's believing you right now. Nobody believing you. Because yes, we can say the same thing for this team in 30 years, 30 seasons.
Let me ask you this. Has he had a full season this year?
Who?
Dak.
Yes, he had a full season this year.
Okay, where you at now?
We are exactly where we at because of the defense. We are exactly where we at because of the defense.
Blame on defense.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, we blame it on the defense.
Oh, you gonna blame on defense? Okay.
The defense playing great. Hold on. Let me get you again. Hold on. Let me get you again. Name me a game, or name me another team that's winning in spite of their defense.
You know what's wrong with you, Sid? You know what's wrong with you?
I'm better than you. I'm better than you in everything. I'm better than you in everything in life, bro. Because you calling me, I ain't calling you.
I'm a win.
Where are you winning at right now? Where are you winning at right now? Where you winning at?
When the season's over.
Come on, man. Just a minute. I'm better than you in everything that you even touch. Yesterday, let me tell you something that I can do that you can't do. Lean forward right quick. Lean forward right here. Yeah.
You got to bounce Brookhaven. You know Brookhaven. You know you.
You can't do that. See, I'm better than you. You can't do that. This is my show. This is not yours. That's why I'm better. At the end of the day, we can go over everything, but you can't just put everything on 4 at the end of the day. And that's just for what it is. How can y'all look back at this season and say, The reason why we're not going anywhere is because we got a top five offense and a top 30 defense, and it's the offense that's the problem. So that's the reality of it. You can't sit back and say with a natural face a team that put up 30 points supposed to lose when you got 30 points out there. Don't y'all know that every team that really won when the Cowboys were winning, we weren't averaging 30 points. Our defense in every single Super Bowl that we ever won, we had doomsday defense, and in the 90s, we had every single Super Bowl we won had a top 5 defense. We never won a Super Bowl with the top 12 defense. We never won a Super Bowl with the top 20 defense. Every time we ever won is when we had a top 5 defense. We can go back into historical data and we can say to ourselves that the quarterback that even played with the silver and blue on the start of the side of the helmet, they had a Tony Dorsett. They even had my guy Dwayne Thomas. They had weapons on the outside. We don't have that right now. Who is closer to Emmitt Smith? We are hoping that a guy that came back from an ACL tear, second year removed from that, to be our Emmitt Smith. And we're supposed to win with that? Now, granted, I do like the aspect of George Pickens and Lamb. But this is only a year that we have these boys together, and we are already trying to tear that down. But when we started talking about Tony Hill and Drew Pearson, those were tandems. We just got the tandem, and we trying to blame that on the quarterback. Troy Aikman had a whole slew of weapons with Michael Irvin, Alvin Harper, Jay Novacek. We playing political football. I started this show off talking about we playing political football. Jay Novacek is so far from Jake Ferguson. I don't think that Jay Novacek ever had a game like Jake Ferguson. What was Jay Novacek nickname, Cowboy Nation? What was Jay Novacek nickname? Mr. What? For those historians that follow this team. What was his nickname? What was his nickname? See, I'm better than you, JP. I'm better because I know more than you. You sitting around here with that smooth face, and you sitting here saying to yourself, because I ain't going to talk about you, you got the smooth face and everything, with a smooth face lie, to sit back and say that we have all of these things when it's not even applicable. Jay Novacek was Mr. What? Reliable. He was the first one. All reliable. Middle of the field, he don't fumble the ball. And a crucial catch on third and whatever, he catches those. What Jake Ferguson been doing? Jay Witten. Yeah. So at the end of the day, y'all miss me with all of that bullshit. Now, here's the other part of it, Mr. Clutch. Here's the other part of it. That when we start to talk about this particular team in the history of the NFL, there's never been a rookie coach, especially for the Cowboys, to win a super in a bowl. Not a super napkin, not a super plate, or beyond. The Cowboys. Dak Prescott, I've been saying this for many a moons. We need run game. Guess what? Staubach, he needed run game. To contextualize this, how many rushing yards do Javonte Williams have? Can somebody put that down in the chat? Don't y'all know that Emmitt Smith average per season 1,600 to 1,700 yards a season? We are happy and applauding Javonte Williams for getting 1,000 yards this year. Barely scraping and getting 1,000. For the productivity that my guy Emmitt Smith used to bring was 600 to 700 yards easier than that. I got from the 478. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me.
Whew. Lord, what in the ham sandwich I just heard?
I mean, come on, even the baby laughing in the back. I'm glad I wasn't cussing at anything because I got this tender ears of the babies in the back.
Brother, I'm sorry what you got to go through. I don't believe this cat, man. Dak take the blame for everything.
Yeah.
I'm so lost for words right now, man. I don't even know what to say, big dog, to tell you the truth. Brother, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well over here, man. And I hope people don't think that some people you got to talk rough to them like that in order for you to get your word off. Man, how you going to put – the dude had 376 yards in the last game. Your starting wide receiver went out. Your other wide receiver couldn't really get the attention that's really warranted because you had bracket coverage and they didn't have – we were one-dimensional. Right. Look, Javonte Williams averaged 3.1 yards per toe.
Yeah.
We had paper maches as it relates to our tackles. I get with Terrence Steele. He tried to do what he can do against Aiden Hutchinson, but it wasn't enough. And then Nate Thomas, may God bless his poor little heart. But the Cowboys have the inability to see things, man. Instead of just putting their best five out there, they would rather be right with their mindset and say, we're going to have Tyler Smith, who made Pro Bowl, by the way, left tackle, to keep him inside, to keep the way this offensive line is. I would have been able to just go to Tyler Smith and say, hey, I get we paid you as a guard, but, man, we need you as a tackle right now.
That's right.
We need you as a tackle because we paying for JP and all of the people that count the money. We paying this man $250 million.
That's right.
I got to protect this $250 million. You can't do that with Nate Thomas. You can't do that to a degree with Tyler Guyton, who's I think that he's playing better this year, but you didn't set forth or bring forth your best players. Other teams do that, and we haven't been doing that. But go ahead.
Well, I'm a citizen white boy, man. Let me tell you, I don't get it. They don't understand how many times Dak, matter of fact, Dak, take deals on his contract.
Right.
He tried. They're not looking at that. Like, they saying Dak greedy now. They just don't know how much deal he done cut with Jerry Jones. Really, they owe him money.
Right.
And he taking pay because of him trying to build his team. It's the whole defense been messing up, man. Dak can't play all of it. Dak can't play special team. Dak can't go run the office. Man, Lord, this dude got my head hurt. Look at him, brother. You have a blessing, man.
No, man.
Life. Man, hey, we outlaw. Man, have a blessing, brother. Have a blessing.
No doubt. All right, and here's another part. I get it. Hutchinson may not have had a single sack, but he allowed Muhammad to get free and to spring open. It's all about game planning, y'all. And we didn't game plan against the Lions good enough. But for us to sit back with a straight face to say that Dak is the reason why we lost, let me show you. I can show you the 2 INTs. And all of a sudden, that's his fault. Let me show you the 2 INTs. Let me see if I can blow this picture up for those who just don't understand football, like JP, who's got the rhetoric of a child, that don't understand that it's a team sport. And you talking about this and that. Let me just pull this up right quick. I hope that you guys can see this. I hope that you guys can understand this. These two plays were INTs. Name me another quarterback. Ladies and gentlemen, that get blamed for putting the ball on the numbers, and people will still say that's the quarterback fault. Where else you want to put him to put the ball? Where else do y'all want him to put the ball, man? How that's the quarterback fault right there. Now, granted, he didn't play perfect. I'm not saying that he played perfect. But where else do you want Dak Prescott to put the ball, ladies and gentlemen? These were picks. Where else? I got my guy who hit me up, and he was explaining to me about Dak Prescott, because I gave Dak Prescott a little heat. And he hit me up immediately, for those who think that I'm always trying to cover for Dak, and said, man, Law, and I already was saying this during the game, but I got to give my constructive criticism. Now, I don't know if y'all been playing in the National Football League, but George Teague played in the National Football League, and this is what he sent me right here. Let me see if I can find it, though. Hold on. I'm going to see if I can find out where the clip where he sent this to me. Give me 1 second here, ladies and gentlemen, because I don't want to play that one. Hold on. Let me find this clip right quick. I think I already talked about it. Here it is right here. Hold on. Here it is right here. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen, because y'all got to understand that it's more than just the quarterback having these issues. It's been the offensive line. I think I already pulled it up right here. Here we go right here. This is George Teague from Teague Takes.
Those tackles. 71 on the left. Whooped. Is Nate Steele on the right. Whooped. Ain't a whole lot that can do. Just saying. Get both tackles. Give them free releases.
So what we supposed to do in that? I got DP, man, from the 979. What's on your mind? Talk to me.
What's going down with you, Law?
Not much.
Appreciate it as always. Give me a chance to speak. Man, it's crazy. Is that the same dude who that was hooting and hollering, talking about he wanted Trey Lance to start over Dak when Trey Lance was here?
JP is the same guy that wanted to get rid of Dak Prescott for Trey Lance. And he said that he's winning. He's better than me. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? I had a zit on my ass that knew more football than he did off of that. Come on, man.
Man.
Oh, excuse my French. I know you got the kids with you. My bad.
I got you on my headphone, man.
Good.
Not they good, man. But that's crazy right there, man. Dudes like that, I don't even waste my time talking to them, man. That's no disrespect to him. I don't know the man personally. I'm not trying to throw no shot at him, but that's crazy talk, man. But I'll say this, they got 4 games left. That Detroit game is definitely disappointing, I don't see a lot of physicality from those guys, certain guys on the team, man. Defense, man, it's just always the same stuff we just keep saying, man. I know we're all excited about Overshawn and Ravon Rivera and those guys coming back, man. But we got to remember those guys are coming back from major knee injuries, man. Like they're not, it's gonna take us some time, man. And I'm not here to beat up George Pickens too much. I just didn't like his effort. Mm-hmm. Now maybe it's because he was hurt in that game. I don't know. Maybe that's what the case was, but. He seemed like he had alligator arms when it came to catching the ball at times, man. Which is very interesting because, man, he got vice grips for hands, man. You know what I'm saying? He got really good hands when it comes to catching the ball. So, but neither here nor there. Last 4 games, man. Just like I said, keep fighting, man. Just you got to keep fighting and see what happened, man. So I think they got the Vikings next. Very winnable game. The only thing that I would be concerned about going in Josh stopped his talk so well. I don't think that I would be concerned with is Aaron Jones. That's the only person I'm concerned with because Aaron Jones. I mean, I swear to the dude. Every single time he plays against Dallas, man, it's like he has his best games, man. So that's my only concern. Other than that, I think if they can figure out a way to shut him down, I think they'll be straight, man. So but yeah, man, just back to this whole thing, man. I didn't know it. I gotta go. My bad.
I know, man. Shout out to the little ones, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, you appreciate it, Law. All right.
That's DP, man. Family growing and everything. I love to hear that. Love to hear kids in the background, man. Hey, Trey Lance, if he's playing tomorrow, if we need for him to be trick or treat tomorrow, I need for Trey Lance to play lights out if there's a situation and scenario. Matter of fact, if Trey Lance ball out against the Eagles, man, is he playing tomorrow? Who playing tomorrow, y'all? Y'all help me out with that. Let me make sure. Let me pull up this. Let me see if because I think their quarterback is out, right? We need some help from Trey Lance, Shoot. Let me see what Trey Lance doing over here because I think that they play tomorrow night, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Let me see. Nah, they got Herb. They got him questionable. Let me see. They got Herb questionable for tomorrow. So there's going to be a situation and scenario. In order for us, I would level with JP. If he think that Trey Lance is better than Dak Prescott, I need for him to be better than Dak Prescott tomorrow. Yeah. I need Herbert is playing. Well, if they hurt Herb and they put Trey Lance in I need Trey Lance to play lights out. I need for him to play lights out. Trigger Trey, him, Hampton, all of the people. Herb is starting. Okay, so even though they got him questionable here, hopefully he will be able to get some stuff done. They say his hand, man. See, the Eagles always fall into the right spots and places of things, man. I hope that his hand is okay. Is it his throwing hand? What hand is it, man? On top of that, man, speaking of that, let me just get over to the feet.
Brunt workwear. Let's not work in pain, but let's work in comfort. And I'm talking about quality comfort. Brunt workwear brings you that element of comfort, stability, and also durability. With Brunt, your number one workwear out there in the field, built to last, built to survive, and also leaves you with style and grace. So visit bruntworkwear.com and use promo code LAW and pick up you a pair.
No doubt, that's Brunt, man. Be sure to go to bruntworkwear.com/LAW and get percentages off of your particular boot of choice and boot in the right direction with Law. That's the promo code LAW. Non-throwing hand, he just have to have surgery on it. Good, John. So come on, Herb, man. Hey, since Herb is better than Dak Prescott, according to everybody who like young quarterbacks, I need for Justin Herb or Jason Herb or somebody Herb to be able to carve up them damn birds. I need for that to happen tomorrow. It better happen. Herbert, you better be playing your best game. I need for you to be on point on your P's and Q's. I need that for tomorrow. By the way, I got from the 817. Kobe, you're live on the Nation. Talk to me, man.
Hey, what's up, my guy?
All is well, can't complain.
I didn't get the notification, man. I didn't know you was live, so I tuned in kind of late.
Yeah,
but I tuned in enough to hear that bull crap JP was talking about.
What is he on, man? And I like JP, man. He's from my home skillet, man. He the only one.
Man, but he always had crazy takes with Dak, man. I mean, he always had. I don't know what it is. He just don't like Dak, man. But I want to speak on this, man, and where I feel where the game really where we lost it at was in the trenches. For the last 2 weeks, we've been able to win the trench battle. People can blame it on Jalen Carter being out the first week. We faced him a couple weeks ago, and we won. We won the trench battle.
Right.
So against the Eagles. And then the next week we held Chris Jones to a decent. He couldn't wreck the game like he normally does.
Yeah.
Because he had 3 sacks last time the Chiefs played in Dallas. So I just look at these. And what I know about football, I'm kind of like Vosh Lombardi, man. I'm a big offensive line guy.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I feel like the game is won right there, And the way Dak had to scramble and make plays, those 376 yards that Dak got, that did not come easy, man.
Oh my God.
He had to scramble. He had to throw those tight window balls, you know what I mean, and get it to these playmakers as best as he could, man. And when you look at that quarterback play and he's under that much distress in the game, there's no way you leave that game and say that quarterback didn't do good.
Man.
When you watch that game, especially film, Law, I know you watch film. When you watch those tackles get beat the way they did Sunday, or Thursday, it was atrocious.
I had a guy to send me a clip, and I wasn't going to even repost it because I didn't want to open up them scab wounds. Right. There was a play that Dak Prescott was able to get off, and it was a roughing the passer. I mean, Branch literally jumped inside Dak Prescott's helmet. The ball was still delivered. The quarterback was able to get the ball out to the receiver, and we still waiting on that flag. Whereas Jared Goff from James Houston barely scrape him, and they was like, hey, flag. And I was sitting there like, what was the difference in the play? But people,
what was the difference?
How many points did we lose by the way? 2 scores, by 2 scores, right?
Yeah. Two scores.
Come on, man. Look,
14.
I try to say this before the games even start. I don't want the aficionados to be too much in control of these type of games. I definitely don't want the aficionados to be in control of these type of situations because to me, it throws away things. Even if it's something good for us, I don't even like it because at the same time, I just want to see pure and true football. Look, I get it, the politics sides of it, I get all of that. But if you're going to call it one way, call it both ways, man. And that was an incidental contact. It was an incidental contact on the OPI, offensive pass interference on George Pickens. The dude 5'9", man, Pickens 6'4". You get what I'm saying? Like, I've seen many of games where offensive players putting hands to face.
Yes, and it don't get called.
Don't ever get called. Yeah.
No. I was just sitting there watching the Green Bay and Chicago game. Man, there was so many push-offs and contested catches that were offensive pass interference on Green Bay. They wasn't getting called. And it makes you question, is this really a political game or is this really, what is this really football? What does this really came down to? But you hit on something last Thursday, and I know you don't like to talk about it a lot, but it's damn true. You said since 1996, the Cowboys have been the most penalized team in the NFL.
Yeah.
Law, soon as I heard you say that, I went on Google and I looked it up. Nothing but facts.
Come on with it, man.
Nothing but facts. Nothing but facts.
I think the Raiders up there too now. The Raiders up there too because and what Al Davis? Yeah.
The Raiders are right there. Nothing but facts.
Nothing but facts. Man.
And it's sad. And with that documentary that went out, everybody knows what happened in that year. Between Jerry and the NFL, and it's like, man. You guys have made billions and billions of dollars off the Cowboys' name since 1996.
Right.
Let it go, man.
Let it go.
Yeah. But we don't want to use that as an excuse, man. I just say going forward in these next 4 games, Law, I agree with you. Put Tyler Smith back on the left tackle, man. Push him out there.
Yeah.
Who would we put in the left guard? Who would you put, Bass or Hoffman? Who would you put there?
I think that when you're in the middle between BB and Tyler, you in a good spot. You just playing guard, and I know you big boy. You like watching big boy stuff.
Yeah.
It is easier to cover up for the guard versus being on that island all by yourself. And we don't have to have millions of dollars to get to know that, right? And for the life of me, if this dude, Tyler Guyton, made Pro Bowl at left tackle when you just threw him out there, can you imagine if you really get his skill set together, what he would have became?
Yeah.
You know,
Man.
it's just crazy. Like
The next Tyler Smith. He'd have been next Tyler Smith. He got the hands. He got the strength. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. I get it. I get Tyler Guyton got some high upside. But if I'm the Cowboys, I'm sitting here like, okay, we did burn a first-round draft pick for him.
Yes.
We'll kick
Let's
him
move him to right.
Let's move
Didn't
him to
he
right.
play right before?
He played right at OU. So just move him right. Yeah.
Steele time is up. It's time for Steele to go. He's not getting another contract. Move him to right, push Tyler to the outside, and then figure out that left guard situation.
It would be easier to plug that hole versus two holes we got. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So would you do this? Would you push Cooper to left guard? Would you push BB to left guard and put Hoffman as your center, or leave Cooper at center?
You know what? My only issue with Hoffman is that when it's time to anchor in, teams do line up at zero, or they the one that he really have issues with. But for what you just said, I talked to Flozell Adams, and he said the exact same thing. He just didn't know the people name. He said what I would do is I would slide Tyler Smith to left tackle. I will make BB my left guard, and I'll put Hoffman down there because of his grit. I will have what's his name, Booker. At right guard, and I have the other kid, Tyler Guyton, at right tackle. And he said, "This is my thing is with Tyler Guyton. He's soft though. I don't like the way he blah blah blah." And that's what he was saying. But he's athletic, so you can put the athletic guy to the right side. And there will be some people that will kick back and say, "Well, Terrence still technically don't have as bad of a season X, Y, and Z." But no, the time that he do get bad is very bad, right?
It's very bad. Sunday, Thursday. If you watch film and you watch that game, and I mean Aiden Hutchinson, I mean he was handling them for the most part. But man, when like you say, when it was bad,
it was bad. Shit.
It was bad.
Yeah,
and like you say, we're paying Dak $250,000, $1 billion. So we can't. Yeah, with the B, we can't risk that. You know what I mean? But that's all I got, baby.
Man, good points, man.
God
Good
bless
points,
you, man. And I'll be tuning in tomorrow. I know
Yes,
we're gonna watch them Chargers beat up on them Eagles.
Come on, man. Let's go, Herbert. You know, see.
Let's go, Cowboys.
Let's
All
go.
right,
Yes, indeed, man. That's Kobe, man, from the 817. So what I'm getting at is basically is that ultimately there are some movement that need to be happening. But, you know, they say, hey, all pro, multiple Pro Bowls at guard, you don't move that out the way. I do. Did y'all seen? If y'all do your research and you look it up, tackle's been giving us issues all season long. Our tackle's been giving us all issues all season long. Our tackles. Guard play been really solid. Tyler Booker, Tyler Smith, of course he's been solid. BB, when he got back, he had a few hiccup games, but BB really been anchoring in. And I know we only got 4 more games to go. I know it's kind of difficult for us to change things around. But when you get into the postseason, people will be able to make you play left-handed when you are right. A simple game plan. This offense been starting off, even though we are considered a top 5 offense, our get off is too slow. As to get in the, and all we've been asking for is give Ford some time. And I think that's how you get your max capability of time for him to dissect and go through his reads so that he can get the ball to the right proper people. And there's another thing. I'm not letting up off of these tight ends. Damn it, they're supposed to be your most reliable receivers on the field because they're supposed to have the ultimate size to mismatch against your linebackers and against your smaller nickel corners. But when your tight ends become your liability, it's a problem. And they've been a problem because of politics. Your best blocking tight end right now is Brevin Spann-Ford. Not Jake and not Schoonmaker. Your best athletic guys are Brevin Spann-Ford, Fairweather, and Princeton Fant. These other guys, they can't turn a corner. They got concrete blocks as relates to their feet, and their hips are too stiff. They are costing you games. But the Cowboys love to play the political stuff. Just like Tolbert, I like what he can do, but he can cost you games when you don't put the right proper receivers out there. Flo been like that. Flo been like that. And I like Schottenheimer. I like what he can say and do these type of things as relates to not galvanize the troops of people because he's trying to protect people's feelings. But at this point, we need to be like Baby Boy and tell the truth and pull Kenneth Murray to the side and say, man, I was saying all this stuff, but I lied to you because I care about your feelings. You ain't good. Schottenheimer said Cowboys are getting positive plays from Kenneth Murray. They like his physicality. Murray brings snap caps and all of this stuff. Remain the same. And let me get on to special teams right quick. Sorensen, who got dog walked throughout all, and I'm talking about all of the positions that he's ever been in. He got ran off from the 49ers lane because he used to coach there. My brother told me, he said, man, that brother is just terrible, man. Special team gonna take a hit. Any time that you had a team let me pull this up for those who just don't understand what I'm trying to lament here. And I'm not beating up Schottenheimer, but I am. He's just too positive on some things, man. I know he's trying to protect these people, but I'm trying to win games. And you're not going to win games on a consistent level with Murray in the middle of your field. Let me go right here. You can't win games when you have the third-ranked offense and the third-ranked defense, when you putting the ball in the average starting field at the 40. Don't you know how hard that is, ladies and gentlemen? That's harder than diamonds. And our expectations were, hey, we supposed to win on the road after playing 4 games in 17 days. I don't know how the damn Lions lost 5 games. But I guarantee you, if you look at how those 5 games that they lost, it wasn't by no hiccups. You had to bring your lunch pail and play physicality with golf. And we didn't do that. We didn't put no pressure on the kid. Jersey, he can probably wear that same jersey. Put a little Febreze on mine. I'll wear that same jersey next time. Thank you, sir. In the words of JP, that's Dak Prescott's fault. All right. I got from the 202, you're live on the nation. Talk to me.
What's going on, love?
Not much, man. Talk to me, bro.
Yeah. I got a few things today. Like, the way I watched the game and seeing how things was played out, it was a lot of politics in the game as far as holding penalties wasn't called, passing interference plays wasn't called. It was a lot of, the play that happened with Prescott when he got roughed up. They didn't call the play. GP got held on a lot of plays.
He did.
I'm not gonna sit here.
Yeah.
He got held on a lot of plays, and they didn't call it. So it was just like when we go into these games, they so quick to criticize and say, well, he dropped a lot of passes. a lot of those passes was contested balls, and a lot of those passes, the cornerback was hanging on this man's back. And it's like, at some point, we got to take the politics out of the game. If we're going to let these people play, if we're going to let every NFL team, all 32 teams in the NFL, if we let all these teams play, we got to let them play. And we just got to take the politics out of it. A lot of these officials, they homegrown. And what I mean by that is they're from the cities. They know the players, they you know, and it's a lot of politics in these games. You know, they don't want to say it, but it's the truth. A lot of those calls should have been called based off of how the game was going. We don't want to get too deep into the politics, but
right.
The game is won and lost through the trenches. And the last time I checked, 11 minutes on the field is not just the quarterback that's you know, making mistakes. It's the offensive line, it's the receivers, it's everybody. Everybody has a part to play in this game.
Yep.
So to hear Slim come and say that Prescott is this and that and the third, this is the first time we actually seen Prescott with two weapons. And he's been looking impressive with the two weapons he's had.
Yeah.
So to keep saying that it's Prescott, he's not playing defense. We lost as a team.
Yeah.
Like, we got to get out of that notion that the games are won and lost with the quarterback. It's not. The team is as a whole is the reason why we lose the game.
Yeah.
So a lot of missed tackles on defense. Okay, like Quinyon Mitchell, he had Quinyon Williams.
Quinyon Williams, yeah.
Yeah, he was right in the face of the ball carrier and froze. So it's just like those small mistakes have to be corrected, and we just cannot overlook those small mistakes. So it's just like, and like you said about Overshown and Chavon Rebel, they're good players, but they're just coming off an injury. So it's just like, it's gonna take them time to like really get their football legs back under them. So it's just like, everybody keeps saying that we GP ain't is what we thought he was, and Prescott, he's not playing at an MVP level, all because of one loss. You got to put the politics with it, but you got to understand that it's always lost by the team. The team as a whole lost the game. It wasn't just it wasn't just quarterback play, it wasn't just receiver play, it wasn't just defense. The team collectively lost. It was mistakes that was it was a lot of missed tackles, it was a lot of drop passes, it was a lot of missed blocks and a lot of missed assignments. So the team as a whole, we lost.
Yeah, so the way the Detroit attacked us I think we was attacked multiple times. Don't even want to put up the box score. More than 4 times, more than 3 or 4 times we were sacked under duress. That's what we thought that we was going to be able to do to them. We didn't put a finger on Goff, and then we played our guys 6 and 7 yards off the ball. And then we were playing at one point with outside leverage, and there was nobody in there. You get what I'm saying? So it's one of those things. Whereas at some point, people got to call a spade with this defense, and it's not like this is all happening all of a sudden. And I get it. We got Quinton Williams that helped out. That helped out tremendously. But that's why you still need other layers to do their job, especially when it's time for the ball to be in the middle of the field, or you're supposed to have the ability to redirect so the guys can't get off of their releases freely.
Right. Because it was a lot of free releases. I seen a lot of missed tackles. I'm talking about people that were sitting right in front of the ball carrier and just froze. You know what I mean? Like this is Pop Warner stuff that you're supposed to understand, that you break down your feet and go after the ball carrier. You understand what I'm saying? At least trip them up.
Right.
It was just I seen a lot of mental mistakes by the defense. And if you're trying to be a great defense, whether you're getting coached up or whether you implementing new people, the mental mistakes can't happen.
It can't.
Missed tackles, it can't happen. And it's just like you said. I love Schottenheimer as a play caller, but when you want to win, you can't be nice about winning.
Yeah.
Jimmy Johnson is a perfect example is how he wanted to win. he didn't go about winning, being nice to the person and saying, "Oh well, a good job," even though he didn't do a good job. At some point, you got to be criticized and say where you messed up at. You missed the tackle, so you run some laps.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee if you run about 4 or 5 suicides after missing that one tackle, it's a mental thing. You ain't gonna do that shit again.
Yeah.
So it's just like, excuse my French, but
no,
you ain't gonna do it again.
Yeah.
It's just. I get the nice guy thing, but if we gonna win, nice guy gotta go. You gotta hold grown, because these are grown men. You gotta hold them accountable for their actions. And we can't have our, like you said, you're paying $500 million to Prescott.
Yeah.
We gotta hold these guys accountable for the mistakes they making, the assignments they missing. So if we have to make a change and switch Tyler Guyton to the, just switch it. Make the change.
Yeah, protect your number one asset. Stop being too nice. Make the change.
The nice part is killing us.
Yeah.
It's a thing that's gonna kill us, and it's gonna kill us in the near future. But we gotta understand that the game is lost. One of the losses in the trenches, for one, and two, we gotta understand that the quarterback ain't responsible for the loss all the time. Sometimes it's our defense. Sometimes it's a misassignment of the quarterback, the receiver is not catching the ball. Sometimes the aficionados is just not on our side, but you got to understand that this game is won and lost through 11 men on the field.
Yeah.
And that's all I got for today, Law.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for calling in. Good call from him.
No problem, man. DC for life. And keep doing what you're doing, Law, man. Them haters, man, they just gonna talk.
Yeah, you lie, bro. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling in. Yeah, it's no clone, man. That's Tyrone right there. Good points, valid points altogether. And on top of that, these are things that we have to really digest here. You got to digest these things. The defense is on a historical bad pace. We won 3 games in a row. That's cool. That's very cool. But we got to win 4 in a row now, even be in the conversations of having extended life. I think that the Cowboys, if we don't raise the room enough to express the things that we want, they think that they're going to be doing the same thing over and over again of saying that everything is going to be all right. We got to raise this particular element of pressure. We got to. Paul says, Law, do you think it's the scheme or the players? I think you need a little mixture of both. You need mixtures of both. And play to the strength of what you can do. You got to be able to be like water, form the shape of which the environment it is in. That is the good old Bruce Lee philosophy. Shapeless, formless. You got to go with the flow with the water. There are teams that you can't play zone in all the time. There are teams you can't play man-to-man in all the time. But we can't sit back and have expectations that our leading sack leader right now is James Houston, not Washington, and expect to make a deep run. We can't be sitting back having our DBs playing 7 and 8 yards off the ball. And then when we look back at our linebacker who's clueless in the middle of the field. I'm trying to protect people over here But at some point, we got to call a spade at this point. Let me pull this up right quick.
Kenneth Murray has to be the worst linebacker in the league, and it's not even close. And usually I don't like to talk down on players like this, but as a Cowboys fan, I'm just fed up. Right here, the Lions called a screen pass to Jahmyr Gibbs. I don't know why this brother is in doggy style right now, but this is Kenneth Murray who casually reads the play, but just watch this effort from him to try to make this tackle on Gibbs. It's like when you play youth football and you see somebody coming to block you and you just go along.
Get off of your releases, man. He let this man just two-hand touch him all the way out the frame. Do y'all see that? No swim, no disengagement. You learn disengaging at middle school. This is your middle linebacker.
Along with the flow. He didn't even try to make an effort to get off the block. Right here, the Cowboys are in zone coverage. He is in a hook zone covering the middle of the field, and when the ball gets snapped, he's going to favor the right side of the field. But he's going to see Jahmyr Gibbs come out of the backfield, and he's going to go to him, like a smart linebacker would do. See, it gets bad when you go to make an open field tackle, and you get shook out of your socks.
I will give him that. That is Jahmyr Gibbs. Wrap and tackle him, man. What are you doing?
Over here trying to cheer on my team to make it to the playoffs somehow. And we got my linebackers looking like Michael Phelps in the middle of a football field. This is why I said earlier I don't like to talk bad about players, but sometimes I just can't help it. Let's just watch Murray on this play. Like, y'all tell me what y'all think about this. Where are you going, brother?
That's a touchdown, by the way.
Touchdown. Why are you going to the right side of the field? Sad to say that I think our kicker, Brandon Aubrey, has a better chance at linebacker than Kenneth Murray. That was the best stick of the night from our kicker. I just can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Law, when is this all? Look, I can just show you this. These are not even my words.
Today, we're going to go over the 5 worst defensive players in the entire NFL. First honorable mention is Kenneth Murray, the linebacker for the Dallas Cowboys, just getting pushed 10 yards off the line of scrimmage here.
Did we just see that just a few seconds ago? He's hand fighting. He's not even trying to disengage. That's your Mike linebacker.
And just letting a guy run right past him for a touchdown. Second honorable mention is number 59 for the Dallas Cowboys. Just getting pushed back right here, getting taken completely out of the play, and again, just letting a guy run right past him. At number 5, we have the signal caller on the Cowboys defense, number 59 on this play, just letting the ball go right over his hands. Just in the perfect position here. He was apparently guarding the invisible wide receiver that was cutting shallow across the middle and just let Bo Nix throw a wide open touchdown to the wide receiver in the end zone. Number 4 is number 59 for the Cowboys. Right here, he thinks there's a run play happening up the middle, but in reality, there's a wide open screen pass that's going for a first down on the other side of the field. Number 3 is another linebacker for the Cowboys.
Watch what he do. Will he fit hole? Will he see hole, hit hole? I guarantee you. Now, JP, this is somehow, by the way, Dak Prescott fault. But let me know. I think that Jared Jones in the chat can do this. I think that you can do this play, JP. I think that for a degree that Angie, you can do this play. Paul, Los Altos, Joseph Warren. Let me see. Who else in the chat? Chris. I think all of you guys can do exactly what this guy's getting done right here. Let me know if y'all can do the same thing.
This guy just stands in the end zone while the running back just runs it in on 3rd and goal. Number 2 is former linebacker for the Titans, Kenneth Murray. Right here, he reads the play wrong, thinks it's a run, and then continues to go outside to guard a wide receiver and commit defensive pass interference. Finally, number 1 is the linebacker for the Dallas Cowboys, Kenneth Murray. Right here, he runs through the complete wrong gap of the line of scrimmage and just lets the running back just run free again for a first down.
He didn't even see the formation. How you going to run through the gap on the weak side? Ain't nobody there. It's pathetic, man. That's why I'm getting mad at Coach when he say those things. I know what he's trying to do here. He's trying to save that man's life. You better give him a phone call. Call 988 if you're going through some mental stuff. But at this point, you ain't good, bro. Somebody need to pull him to the side and tell him, you ain't cut. I can't make this stuff up, man. Can't make this stuff up. I got from the 469, what's on your mind?
Yo, what's up, Law?
Hey, man.
I hope you're having a good night.
I am, man. Yeah, I am.
Hey, real quick, man. Sorry you were muted there for a second. But just my two beats, like always, Law, and then I'll leave you to it, man. And you're gonna have to fact check me on this. What first point is was Flus hired before Shoddy?
They were literally. I asked John Machota that earlier this year, and the contentions were to go ahead and hire Flus, but they were already talking to Schottenheimer while he was in the building because they had access to him. But technically, he was hired before Schottenheimer, give or take, due to technicalities. But yeah.
Because my curiosity is because I see Shoddy choose his offensive staff, right? And I mean, he hit a home run with Clayton Adams, right? I mean, he's just he has done scheming with that offensive line in our run scheme. That's a home run. And so forth what the wide receivers are doing. I mean, you see this offense rolling. Hell, I mean, you tell me a team that scores 30 points and we lose, that's ludicrous, but it is what it is at today's NFL game, right?
Mm-hmm.
But and my point is, if Shoddy didn't choose Flus as to have him as a defensive coordinator, I would really look at Jerry and Stephen Jones and tell them, like, hey, man, you can't deny that this is kind of fall on y'all because this is who y'all chose to run this defense, who you knew was replacing a turnover machine with Dan Quinn running it, right?
Right.
So it is what it is, but I don't know what we're gonna do next year if we're gonna keep him, right? Because if we keep him and he keeps running that same scheme, Law, I mean, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. What's that saying again, Law?
Yeah, shame on me. Yeah, fool me once, shame on you.
But yeah, man, that's gonna be the Jerry and Stephen Jones if they keep him, and I just hope they just rip off that Band-Aid and hey, let's go look for some young blood. And hey, I mean, I really want we should have kept Al Harris from the get-go, but I mean, you see what he's doing over there with his new team, but
yeah.
Hopefully we can just get a good young mind that can actually adapt to what the offense is throwing at him. And my last point is this, Law. You go into every season trying to be in control with destiny in your own hands.
Right.
Clearly, we are not capable of doing that. Now we just got to hope for the Eagles collapse, and we got to win every game. And pray that this Eagles team falls apart like so bad, because if not, that's another wasted season of Dak's prime, another wasted season of a good having George and CeeDee with year that Dak is having, and etc. Man, we just keep wasting talent in years, and it is the Cowboy story. But hey, hopefully DC for life, you know it. We bleed blue every day, man. Peace out,
man. Appreciate you, Lokes, man, from the 469. Jeez, that's to JP, man. He's no longer able to communicate on this channel, JP. So you lost your privileges. Appreciate you for calling in all of these days, but man, so y'all put RIP to my guy JP. He won't be able to get back into here because at this point, put RIP to JP in the chat.
No days off.
Yeah, it's a damn shame. Now, JP, let me tell you something. Now you finna listen to some wisdom and knowledge. You get you a channel, you get you a fan base, and then you open up the phone lines and you see whenever Law Nation would be willing to speak to you, or the people will be willing to listen to your thoughts and opinions. But that's what you seeing right here It's a flex move by Law Nation. This is power. This is me whipping my Johnson out, slapping it on your forehead. This is what I can do and you can't do. See all them people? That's influences. You don't have that, brother. So that's just for what it is. Now that's a grown man talking to you. Yes, indeed. And I say it in your face if necessary. You get what I'm saying? So that's the difference. I got the control of the full room. You don't. I'm in control. I'm the captain over here, bro. That's just for what it is. Now, you can sleep on that. By the way, let's sleep on it all together.
Sleeper is the #1 fantasy sports app. It pays to know sports. Pick more or less on top players. Your first pick is on us, so start winning now. Play in Texas, Georgia, Minnesota, and 27 more states. Pick anytime across all sports, pregame or live. Over 10 million players are already on Sleeper. Make your picks count. Score up to 1,000 times your cash. Join today. Get up to $100 credit using code LAW. Call your shot on Sleeper. Download now.
Damn!
Hey, man. Yes, indeed. So don't be disrespecting me over here. Come on with it. I'm Law. You know what I'm saying? You JP. You just understand the difference between the two. All right, with that being said, Cowboy Nation, we got Dr. Q. He live in for the 210. You in? Talk to me.
Hey, brother-in-law and Cowboy Nation. Hey, get him, Law, get him. I'm just kind of chimed in late, man. Just trying to listen, just reading some things in the chat and kind of listening to you guys' wisdom on with that Cowboys. The bottom line, man, right now you are what you are, and all you can do is continue to root for them and hope they can get better. But going forward next year, I still have a little faith this year.
Right.
But going forward next year, Jerry, just you just can't wait that long to make moves, man, for the betterment of the team. You just can't. Now you're trying to play catch up, and that's what's killing us right now as well.
Yeah.
But along with that, I would, I truly believe you've got to adjust fire with that back half, man. That back seven, bro. I'm only this is me, and I want to make sure that I'm not just talking out of frustration, even though we are frustrated. But I am definitely keeping Agent Zero, and everything else is going to be reevaluation. Now I know contracts going to dictate that, particularly Bland and particularly Diggs. That might, as far as dead money, just releasing them, that could be kind of tough. But you have to fix that back half, man. Not sure if Eberflus is going to be here next year. I don't know, because like I said, my opinion is 50-50, in terms of like it is scheme, and it is like I was listening to, I guess, Jesse Holly the other day, man, talking. He was just like, man, your back half is just not good. I mean, that's pretty much what he was saying. You need better players, and I had been telling you that all year. Yeah, you did. I know Jerry, he likes to keep us at bay, thinking, I'm going to go get such and such. Now they can get off my back a little bit. But real football folks know you need better players, bro. That's just, there's no way to get around that. You need better players to compete at this level now. And if Jerry could just, how can I word this? So it is a business, but I just wish he can take the business, and this is going to sound retarded, I wish he can take the business part out of it and focus on the Dallas Cowboys business. If I'm making any sense, Law, if he can just focus on the Dallas Cowboys business. Now the flip side of that, I understand folks that are billionaire and business guys, they're always looking for another way to make more money. I get all of that. But when fans are going out there, man, and they're spending $800, $700 to sit in level one, and you're getting the same result year in and year out, because the business part of Jerry Jones is not focusing on the Dallas business, the Cowboys business. It's frustrating, man. Yeah. It is extremely frustrating. And I'm going to just leave it at that. Yeah. I agree with Jesse Holly. You're just not good on that back seven. The front four, front five, outstanding. Yeah. But you've got to figure out a way to get that back seven fixed. And I know a lot of folks, last thing, Lord,
Right.
I know a lot of folks was down on Diggs, but I'm telling you, man, I can guarantee you Diggs would have played a lot better than what you have that played the other night. I don't care. There's no one in this chat can debate me with that. That
Right.
Diggs would have got toasted the way Bland and number 14 did, even if you moved his ass to the slot, just for that period. You know, so
You're right.
I just don't know, man. I just don't know. But we still got to roll with them, Law. We still got to
we
roll with them.
got to roll with
in the
them.
heart.
Man, no
Yes,
doubt.
sir.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, Law, I appreciate you, man, taking time. Let me vent, man. Thanks,
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, Dr. Q.
Okay.
Yes, indeed. Here's what I'm going to say with this. The business aspect of it is very to be damned, right? It's one of those things whereas we get it. Like, the biggest issue with our Cowboys team is sense of urgency and the adaptations, being able to adapt to the things that we need to ultimately on the fly. And it's like having the good parent and having the bad parent. It's all good over here. We need that someone to be able to raise their voice and say, it's time to go to bed, right? It's time to go home. It's time for you to get, we going to go in this store. We're going to go in the store. And don't you mention anything. Just sit right here and follow me. And if you say anything, I'm going to leave you in the car. We need that type of balance, but we don't have it here. We don't have it here. But I say all of this to say that we do have 4 more games to go. And we did play 4 games in 17 days. And we did win 3 out of the 4 games in the last stretch. This task right here is not as daunting as this other one, but we got to have help from others now. I don't know if it can happen and materialize, but it could be a situation and scenario that it can happen. And I'm not saying that it will not, but I got DMV George from the 240. You're live on the Nation. Talk to me, man.
What's going on, Law? What's going on, Law?
Nothing much, man.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good, bro.
I was just wanting to say to the last caller like that I could agree like good players will help, but like I feel like I don't want to give it like a cheap excuse to why like we are where we stand.
Right.
Like I feel like if we had Nation around this roster, we would hit Jerry up and say, oh, you haven't filled this roster with talent, top end talent. You got a 5th round pick playing cornerback, but like you feel me? Like the Bears are making it work. Like there's coaches that make it work with less. Like our corners aren't the best, but they're not the worst either.
Yeah, I mean, you're right on the money with this.
I'm just a quarterback coach.
No. I'm just saying you're right on the money with your thought. All I can say is that there's a 94% chance. I hate to use the word 94, but there's 94% chance that Matthew Eberflus will be here next season, and that's just how the Cowboys roll. They will not like to be paying somebody while they sitting at home somewhere. They like to stretch their dollars out and making sure if he's here and if he's under a contract, we want him to live out his life of his contract. And what Matthew is going to say is that, hey, you saw what happened in those stretch of games, that when we got people that I know how to work with, I can win games. But what I can't work with are these DBs that do these type of things, right? So that's where we're going to be at next season. So I just want to prepare all of us to say we can win with him, but it's going to have to be under his way, in which that way is more of no adaptations and no sense of urgency. But go ahead.
I feel like, and also that like you see like those Kenneth Murray clips that we've all been seeing. And I've been seeing them since week, like since for the Broncos week is when I really was made aware of how like underwhelming he's been. But I feel like we need that. I've never been the one for the advocate like, oh, you need a player to get in the other players' asses, or you need that Charles Hazley, or you feel me, like that player that is going to get on other players. So like that player that's like not going to be on the field with players that act in that manner and really like show less like effort than the rest of the defense. I've never been that one for the player that like choose everybody else's ass out. But I feel like we don't have that player. And I feel like that could significantly benefit a roster like this because I see like the effort that Kenneth Murray is giving is like you're giving up on plays after you're getting blocked 10 yards down the field, and that's like unacceptable. And I feel like I've never been the biggest fan of it, but I feel like that would definitely be effective in this situation.
Man, you're spitting the truth, man. You're spitting the truth, man. Like, are we a Roquan Smith away? Because that's under Matthew Eberflus' resume, right? A Roquan Smith. Like, because you saw how hard and how difficult it was for us to get rid of Elam, right? Elam, so at the beginning of the season, we had Elam plus Murray, right? So how hard will it be for us now to replace Murray with a legitimate linebacker? And it's going to be either in this draft or in the free agency next season or a trade situation. That will be the only way that we can look back at this defense and say, okay, Matthew Eberflus is doing something for us. But if you continue to have 59 out there, he's going to be a liability regardless. But keep going, bro. Keep going.
Oh, and I just want your opinion on, your thoughts on, like, some people are saying Trayvon Diggs should not come back. Like, you feel me? Like, some people are saying that Trayvon Diggs is a liability. Do you feel like he should return?
After this last game, do you hear? Hold on, can you hear me now? Yeah. After this last game, the people who said, "Hey, man, we don't need Trayvon Diggs back," are they saying that now? They ain't saying it now. I haven't heard it yet. Yeah. I haven't heard not one person. When it comes around. Yeah. I guarantee you, like that. This last game, it was necessary for people to see it, right? So now everybody who was saying get rid of Trayvon Diggs, they quiet. Hey, man.
Most definitely.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you, DMV, man. I think we got a bad connection, though. Make one more point.
My call and,
Yeah, man.
My last point is I feel like just going into this, I think we need to start holding players more accountable from the fan standpoint all the way to the coaches. I feel like I work in Division I football, and I've never been like the biggest fan of holding players accountable and getting players' asses, but I feel like after my experience over the past few years, I feel like that could potentially be the route because like players like Kenneth Murray cannot be like continuing malpractice, like you would say on the field like that. Because if you pull up these clips again, like we could all see the effort's not there. Thank you, though.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you, bro. Good call from DMV George, man, from the 240, man. I appreciate everybody, man. I'm unhinged law today, man. My bad, man. My apologies if I'm not seeming as if though. I'm not as meek as y'all would love for me to be. But, hey, it's raw law today, baby. So, at this point, yes, Bell is a liability in coverage as well. I think that Bell, we need to savage what we can and pick up the phone and call Dan Quinn and say, hey, man, we got your man. We got your guy. And Bell, my homie, too. He my home dog, man. Shout out to him. Shout out to HBCU. And I'm pissed off, too, by the way, that Prairie View beat my Jackson State University. I'm still mad about that, too, by the way. But neither here nor there, Cowboy Nation. Siobhan Revel Dad lied to us. This is from King George. Here's my thoughts on Siobhan Revel. I did the footages of videos. You can go to my Instagram page and you can listen to that video there. He's gonna, if it was his third game going to his fourth game or what have you, he didn't play up to par. And I think that he can play all. I think he can play off man. He can redirect. He can mirror. He can match. He can do all of that stuff. But man, two-way goals, stutter goals, bang eights and stuff like that, maybe they can get him. If you want to utilize and use the strength of him, you tell him, hey, we're going to press you up all day. We're going to have a safety over the top to help alleviate some things. That would be the ideal way of playing with this type of kid like a Siobhan Revel. But that's like me drafting or having a Richard Sherman, and I'm not saying that he's Richard Sherman, by the way, and me playing Richard Sherman off ball. That would be crazy. That's what we doing. And I'm not calling him Richard Sherman. When you playing man-to-man, I'm going to tell y'all one more time that you're going to lose some of your routes. You're going to lose some of your plays. But what man-to-man in phase is all about is getting in rhythm and understanding the tendencies that's taking place, and then you can say, okay, I know where he's going now. But you can't sparingly play man-to-man 12 to 14% of the time and expect them to lock them down. No, man-to-man defense is supposed to be you win some, you lose some. But damn it, I want that quarterback to know that, hey, he barely got away with this one. And now the quarterback is thinking, their processing system is thinking, if I try to squeeze this ball in between these defenders here, if I'm not right on point, then this could be a pick. This can be a batted ball, a tip, ball in the air. So that's why your more aggressive teams, play that man-to-man. Division-based defenses only work when you can create havoc up front. The team that just won the Super Bowl last year, Vic Fangio's division-based defense. The only way that worked is because they were able to get pressure up front, and their linebackers know how to play hook to flat. Zach Bond, he wasn't playing like what you've seen out of Kenneth Murray. It will not work. Wade Phillips, to a degree, he gives you a little vision-based defense. He's a Super Bowl defensive coordinator. The other guy for, I want to say, the Kansas City Chiefs, vision-based defense. But guess what they do in situations? They know how to play their DBs, and man, people fail to realize there is such a thing called zone man. Jeez. You got to. Yep, Law, it's all about getting in rhythm. That's one position that you never want to sub in and out is DBs. I've never seen it been done. And that's another position that you don't want to have all of that stuff on your knees too, by the way. If you've seen my brother try to backpedal into that Nicholas Tesla kid from the Lions, you don't backpedal like that. The man was standing straight up. That's why he fell on one of the other plays. Because his COD, his change of direction, is a liability with that knee brace. When sweat and when all of that other stuff, layers get in there. I'm not beating up Shavon Revel. I'm not saying anything to Von Revel Jr. that I wouldn't say to him personally. That I wouldn't say to his dad personally. And he played, and here's another thing, even in zone, he was in the right position. If I'm playing with the leverage to be in the inside and nobody's there, what do you think is going to happen when Murray is not where he's supposed to be at? When Murray's getting blocked 15 yards down the field and don't know how to disengage off of a guy that's 6'3" or 6'5", 300 pounds. You can't get away from that. You're never supposed to let somebody get inside of your chest. How many times we look back at these film and we're seeing a linebacker allowing an offensive lineman to get to the second level and get his hands inside? That don't supposed to happen. And it happened multitudes of times with Murray. I'm not just picking on him, by the way. Other guys played terrible too, like your Marquise Bells. The safeties on top of the roof, they read the damn linebackers. And if your linebacker's not there, then what else are you supposed to key off of? Cowboys just got to figure out a way. And for that audio, And I give hats off to Alex Smith for talking about this. Let's bring him up.
For Dallas, a little bit for me is when they get away from Dallas, right? This team is. Listen, I thought the bigger question for Dallas a little bit for me is when they get away from Dallas, right? This team has struggled on the road. They've only won 2 games. They love playing in Jerry's world. They love playing with that star in the middle of the field. And their energy level as a team looked down, I thought, and it's kind of been the case the entire year. But for me, listen, I went back and watched every snap of this of George Pickens.
And this is what I would say, too, even with Marquise Bell. He's better than Murray. You can put Marquise Bell at Mike, he'd probably be better than Murray.
Honestly, I think we're making a lot out of nothing. This guy got doubled all game. And when I mean double, I mean cloud. A corner hard inside at the line of scrimmage, safety over the top. Randy used to see this all the time back in the day. CeeDee Lamb, there's a reason he got so many targets in that first half. There was no help with him. It was man-to-man with no help for him all day. There's a reason Ryan Flournoy got all those targets in the second half. Because, again, George Pickens was taking 2. We saw it on the interceptions. Corners sitting hard inside. He's trying to run slant, right? How many times have we seen him win on those?
I can't believe my quarterback is sitting up here making
so is that all we have to do defensively? Is cloud up on you and have a safety over the top, and he's not going to go hard?
Listen, there were a couple plays that were funny and weird scenarios. The fade where it was like 3rd and forever, and again we threw the ball. Dak threw it out of the back of the end zone. But this guy got everybody else open, is what I'm saying, right? Like we only looked at his targets and catches and numbers. But listen, this guy got everybody open. He's running posts, taking 2, and they're hitting deep crosses under it. Like
real quick.
Listen,
Yeah. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen around the world, I just wanted to share that what Alex Smith was trying to say. Pickens, should he play better? Yes, I give y'all that. But we shouldn't be so fickle to this point and say, hey, let's not bring him back. Let's not work with that. Just like any diva. You know what I'm saying? He ain't an Instagram model. He know how to cook. No offense to the Instagram models out there that don't know how to cook. You get what I'm saying? Some people said Bell is way better. Yeah, I mean, come on with it, man. Leave Pickens alone. That's what I agree with. Just leave the man alone. You know, we got more issues and problems on this team than most can even think about. But special teams. Let's get on to that right quick.
To me, I'm just kind of looking at it as why if we're struggling with some defending returns. Why? I mean, I can understand trying things, but how about just maybe like
hit the basics?
Let's just try and like let's kick it deep, avoid all blocks left. Everybody take off, avoid, and that way you got all the gaps accounted for. But here, you know, it was pretty simplistic what the Lions were doing to you, and now you had to, you know, every time you look up, the ball's their starting field position was at the 41.
Wow. That's crazy. Starting field position at the 41. Fix that special teams. Fix that special teams all the way up.
What would your advice be to George Pickens? Because we know
All right, so this is Allen Robinson advice to George Pickens. I'm going to let this one roll, and I'll be right back. Hold on.
he has the talent, but sometimes it just seems like he's his own worst enemy.
My advice for George Pickens would be knowing where he's at right now and the ground that he's gained on being a top elite receiver in the league, and for him to just not regress at all with his mental aspect of the game. I think right now we saw probably the most good press that we've saw of George Pickens. And I think him being able to continue to build upon that going into free agency. And again, I don't want to say too much now because I'll probably reach out to George. These are personal conversations that kind of should be had because, again, I love to see the space that George has been in all season, and just for him to be able to show the world exactly who he is and the kind of talent that he has, but not to regress at all with being able to take some of the criticism, because at the end of the day, when they sing your praise, at some point in time, they may also sing your criticism as well, and him being able to handle both of those imposters the same.
What would your advice?
Yeah, and that's the hardest thing, man, when you're talking about if you can keep your head when all about you or losing theirs and blaming it on you. That's hard, you know. Hit that like button. Shout out to you, Rico. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. That's just for what it is, Cowboy Nation. That's for what it is. He says, Henry says, I disagree. Special teams were not bad all year. Let's see where we ranked at in special teams. Dallas Cowboys. Let me pull it up. Dallas Cowboys. Yeah. We are 15th in special teams. If we got a special team player too, by the way. So I don't know how convoluted that would be. But we rank 15. That's middle of the pack, almost right at middle of the pack type of situation. A little bit better than the middle of the pack, give or take. But we 30th in defense, 8th in the offense, and that dropped crazily. We played some good, difficult teams in the last stretch. But yeah, AKA mid. Jeez. You know what? I always like to add humor to this situation. And speaking of mid, let me add this humor to it. There was a guy that I followed. I just started following him, and he kind of made an analogy of the Cowboys and these sorts of things. And he was talking about basically
the conversation.
Hold on. Hold on. Before I go there, let me hear what my guy Chris said over here. Hold on. Let me see what he said over here. Hold tight.
Around Dak Prescott is so disingenuous. It's so hypocritical. I hear this all the time. Dak Prescott in the big game is not going to come through for you. What is a big game is what I want to know. That's just what I want to know, because Dak Prescott is like 0-40 in big games because people keep moving the goalpost on what a big game is. Is a big game not a game against the Philadelphia Eagles, who won the Super Bowl last year and who are 8-4 at the current moment, going into that game 8-2, and then turning around and playing the team that was in the Super Bowl last year and the Kansas City Chiefs that we all look at as
listen properly, JP. I know you still watch, but listen properly.
NFL in a 5-day stretch played exceptional football against both of those teams. But let me bring up one more thing, okay? What if Dak Prescott in the last 4 games had 1 passing touchdown and 4 interceptions? Would he not get criticized? Because I feel like the conversation around him then would be crazy. You want to know who has that right now? Lamar Jackson. Are we going to hear that conversation around him? Or are people going to make excuses for him? I call it giving grace and giving him the benefit of the doubt. You want to know why? Because Lamar Jackson is a great quarterback. Just like Dak Prescott is a great quarterback. But the conversation around both of these guys, to me, is just so polar opposite, even though they're the same guy. Let's just be 100% honest with ourselves here. And then I'll hear people say, oh, well, Dak Prescott has had better teams. But yet I hear opposing fan bases say, thank you, Jerry Jones, because they think he's such a bad general manager. They want the guy to live until he's 300 years old because they think he's such a bad general manager, and they don't want somebody else having the reins of decision-making within that organization. So what is your point? What is your take here? Because it's so hypocritical. It's so disingenuous, and I just want people to have a standard and hold all quarterbacks to it, not just Dak Prescott.
Oh, man, that was a damn good take right there. Ooh-wee. Damn good take, man. Yeah. Damn good take. Let me add some more of my coconut water in here. That's damn good take. Yeah, harmless. Harvest wins. That boy cooking right there. Hey, shit. Maybe you don't even want to play this last segment right here. That tastes good right there, ladies and gentlemen. Let me depart with this final take right here. It's going to be a funny one. It may take away a little flair from what he was saying. And that was a good take right there. I can't even hold him, outside of the fact that people look for like angles of like the Cowboys. It's been only since 4 been in uniform that we've been terrible. Only since 4. Been 10 years, 10 seasons. Out of the 10 years and 10 seasons, majority of those time frames, I think Jason Garrett was here for like 6 of them, right? Or 4 of them or more, Sheesh. It's crazy. Sponsored by Harvest. Boy.
I'm fucking this broad. It was 36 years ago, and the pussy was amazing.
Right.
Unbelievable.
You still talking about it.
Every year since, the pussy's been horrific.
Oh.
Cover your ears. Kids, go to bed. Oh, my God. The Coach JB show is unhinged. And what better way to give more information about this right quick? And this was his analogy. Let's listen.
At what point after 36 years do you say, fuck, man, the pussy just ain't no good? I had to come to the realization that the pussy's just not any good, as it was 36 years ago when Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin, and Timmy Smith won the last Super Bowl. Like, when are we going to just say this is who the fucking Cowboys are, homie?
But hold on, though. A couple of those years, though, it wasn't as great. The cat wasn't as great as it was back in the days, but they had a couple years where the cat was damn near decent.
Damn near
Dez
decent.
Bryant, that was a catch, homie. That was a catch from Dez Bryant.
I like what my guy's going with it. Yeah. My guy said, tired ASS Cowboys. There's Jason Garrett, 6 years, 3 years with Mike, 1 with Shotty. I thought he had a little bit more with Mike. I thought Mike was here by at least 4 years, 5 years, but I get what you're saying. That's a lot of years still, 6, 3, and 1. Come on with it, man. Jeez.
Bryant. That changed the future of the Cowboys, that moment right there in history.
You know who's with them? 49ers. 49ers are right next to him. 49ers are right next to him. It's been 36 years since they had any good pussy, too. They're bullshit. It's pussy dried up.
You gotta slow down.
They've been a couple Super Bowls.
They got to the orgasm moment.
Nah, man, the 49ers, they've been drywall too, man. Come on with it, man. Y'all better stop playing around with my Cowboys over here. Come on, man.
They left with blue balls. They left you all with blue balls. The 49ers left their whole fan base with blue balls.
But the whole session was fire, though.
Shanahan was like, get this ass, get this shit, get this ass, get this ass, get this ass.
If you had a shorty, would you rather the cat be bad the entire session, like the sex be bad the whole entire time? Or would you rather it be great, but then you don't finish?
I'm not familiar with either scenario, so
hold on, Smitty.
How do we get here, baby? Shit. Shit. Oh my gosh, man.
You know what it is?
What is it?
I'd rather not even be introduced to you. Because now you fucking teasing me. Now you fuck with me. My whole mindset is fucked. Because you gave me that shit for a while and then you left me. And I left me hard. Nah, I can't fuck with that. So I'd rather not even know you and get some for show pussy rather than no pussy. See, that's the problem. We are still on this whole thing about winning last Super Bowl with Steve fucking Young. Stop. Motherfucking Kaepernick lost. Purdy lost. Porn star Jimmy lost. Your fucking head coach lost. Up 28-3 against fucking Tom Brady. He choked his shit off.
OC, he's the OC. Win the head coach.
Reputation matters.
Put that on him.
He's a play caller. Reputation matters.
All right, shout out to the Coach JB show. Shades. All right, man. Let me see if I can bring this one on home with you guys. Y'all know it's always something that I'm going to bring home with you guys. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Regardless of the situation, I don't give a dog if it's been 40 years. in 40 seasons. This the woman I'm with. This my lady right here. And it's just fine the way it is. We gonna get it going again. I don't give a dog what JB said. I don't give a dog what the rest of the panel said. This mine's right here. I know every I know every angle of this one. We can talk about glory hole here and there, but this one mine's right here. I can't do this, man. I try. Where that white flag at, dog? Shit. Oh shit. I don't give a dog about how good they say that Eagles is or the Kansas City or the Rams. Man, I know which one mine's are, man.
Damn, Dak Prescott.
Win, lose, or draw, man. Justin.
At Justin.G.
Help me.
DC4L $10. Win, lose, or tie, Cowboys fans until we die. DC4L victory, hand, medium, skin tone.
Yes, indeed. Come on with it. They say we faithful, man. We loyal to ours. We ain't gonna be sliding in any other thing. So if it take us another 25 to 30 years, we gonna be hitting the same DC for life. It is literally for what it is. In actuality, we just got to stay focused on ours. And if it was good 30 years ago, I'm telling you how sweet and how good it will be when we finally get a chance to get back into that particular position. The Cowboy Nation, let's not fold up and like wallets or lawn chairs. Let's just figure things out. Maybe we need to get around and work out a little bit more. Maybe, just maybe, we need to figure out what we can do to get that back into the right grooves of things. And ladies and gentlemen, let me just say this. How bad do you want it? How bad do you need it? Because even if you contextualize it in this particular point of view, and I know that this could be law after dark, but it still fits the same criteria. How bad do you want it? I'm from the country, and if you don't gild that horse, if you don't cut them things off of that horse would want something so bad when he smell it when it's in heat. It can be some real life barbed wires. And if you on that horse don't give a dog who is on his back. He gonna shake you off just to get a little bit of that. I've seen with my eyes that horse run straight through that barbed wire. That horse would jump a lake to get to it. That horse, people fail to realize horses know how to swim. So I'm going to tell you this from a Mississippi guy. Backdoor Natchez. Shout out to Adams County. Shout out to all of the people that's in that particular region. Just like that horse, when it's time for that horse to go get it, if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep. If all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you will gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, plan for it, lose all terror of your mind for it, if you would simply, just simply go after the things you want with all of your capacity, strength, sagacity, with faith, hope, confidence, and stern pertinacity. If neither cold poverty or the famish or fame or the barbed wire that's in the way can get you into places that you want to do, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset with the help of Almighty, just tell your lady, baby, you will get it. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. I don't give a dog if it's 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. I ain't switching up on this. I'm going to be hitting the same DC for life, not for short. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. Let's get it, Cowboy Nation. We're going to get on up out of here and roll those credits. My apologies, man. If I offended anyone today, man, y'all just offended. I'm hot.
Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah.
Ready?
Kinda check the song.
Running from it. That's mirage all the same.
Count that too, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives. Need them tens, I need that change. To the safe, got blues inside. Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play. Charge it to the game.
Yeah.
I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T Black, I'm with Reverend now.
Shout out to you, Jules, Swayze, DP, Justin, DDC for life. Appreciate you. Come on.
I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit. I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah.
Let's go Chargers, baby.
Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. I just be off the dome. I never own no chrome. Too many foes and clones. Yeah. I be at home alone. I be in zones alone. I be on road alone. Yeah. I be really in the field. Love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I made the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Kinda check this song. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Lately, I just
on paper,
wanna
they're
run
a
it
better
up.
team. Right. They have all the assets and resources that we don't. But let us get
Lately,
on
I
the
just
line,
wanna-
boy, and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't. Wow.
Take a